notice Hillary's taking a different presentation on her take as far as withdrawing the troops. She takes office. She said, I'll do it in a responsible fashion. That way you don't have to come up with any game plan.
Any numbers, yeah.
Yeah, she still says she'll bring 2 brigades home within 60 days of taking office, which would be, if my numbers are right, between 16 and 20,000 troops.
Well, and if you look at the polls, obviously that's what the majority of the American public wants. That's why she's saying it. Probably not going to be prudent.
No, because when the death toll just spikes up when you pull those troops out and you let the troops over there, don't have anybody watching over them.
Right. And then the American public, what is it with the death toll? Nobody's over there. There's nobody to help them.
You said you're going to be responsible. Oh, shut up. Rhetoric. President Bush today actually ordered a halt to troop withdrawals from Iraq after July, but cut the length of tour duty as he defended a war policy that will leave any resolution to the conflict to his successor. So in other words, instead of 12 months, in 15 months now,
it's 12 months, yeah. And then I think you get 12 months off.
Virtually.
You wouldn't find my ass. You let me come back for 2 minutes. I'm not going back.
AWOL? Rather go to prison?
Yeah.
They'll find you eventually. You'd rather be in prison than Iraq. Military prison.
If I was drafted?
Well, you've already been over there. You've been over there for whatever. And once you come back, you got some time off, but you know you're going back. Do you run?
What would you like me to say?
I'd like
the honest answer.
I'd like to know the truth.
I'm not going.
So you'd go AWOL.
I'm an absolute coward.
I don't think anybody... Well, that's not true. Some of the guys really want to go over there, but not very many. Doesn't make you a coward, just makes you...
No, it makes me a coward. And I wouldn't do it for any political reasons.
I don't
think we should be there, or I don't believe in war. I don't believe in getting shot. And I'm not the person that you want next to you in a gun battle, because I'll kill myself.
I think what you got over there, it'd be a different story. We'll never know, because you'll never go.
The anxiety to get me over there would kill me.
Get on the plane.
You'd have to have me. Yeah.
Get on the C-130.
I will not.
I bet you will.
You got a better chance of giving me a bath.
Never seen a man put his arms on both sides of a C-130.
I'm not going in there.
Looks like Stretch Armstrong.
And luckily for everybody behind me, they ain't getting in. You're welcome. I wish I could say I would. My mentality would change in that situation, and I'd want to go there for our country, but I'm just too big of a pussy.
That's why I think we took the show over there for a couple of weeks or a week or whatever. You'd get a different perspective. And
on what?
On just the fact that being over there, you wouldn't be afraid all the time.
There is no good news that comes out of Iraq. Anytime, well, there's restructuring that's going on and liberty and freedom and stuff. But all we see are the death tolls.
Well, that's true. As far as the news, that's what I'm saying. You'd step outside of the news, step outside of CNN, you'd see what's really going on. I think it would really make...
I don't want to go. I don't want to go and serve our country. I know it's an absolutely cowardice thing to say. I don't want to go. I don't want to be there. It's hot. It's nasty. It is. And not a lot of people like us. And you have those camel spiders.
Oh, God. You and the camel spiders. Will you at least acknowledge...
I will not.
...that they're not prevalent like some horror movie. They're not every
How many times do we bring it up? Somebody that served there calls and said, yeah.
They say
they're all over the place. They're huge. They're in charge of mass transit. They drive buses.
And you're going to believe the guy who calls up and says he saw one driving a bus. And possibly a green cab.
Because you got to get a commercial license for that.
My bad, I'm being ridiculous now.
For a bus as well. So you're right, it's absurd. That's how lawless they are over there. The camels are traveling without license, the spiders. And back in 80, actually, it was who's wheezing?
We lost Flo.
It's a green.
Why is he?
The green cab got him somehow. I don't know.
Why is that funny?
Green cab, like in Mexico, you find the green cab.
It's where they buy the dope.
Oh,
So the camel spiders now are the dope dealers.
it's like a damn crime syndicate.
Anybody know why he's
He
gone?
just thinks it's funny that I'm sure that the...
Well, why is it funny that you could buy weed from a spider?
How much, man? Put some one of his little legs out there.
Can roll like two at once.
No rolling for you. He's a sample.
Now they speak.
Hang on a second, I gotta make a left here.
And now they speak with a Spanish accent. I'm seeing how far we're going with
It's the only one that I had handy. And back in when they reinstituted draft registration in the late 70s, and I had to register, then it looked like I think it was 80 or 79, we were going to invade Afghanistan. Is that right? Or 80. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, it looked like I was going to get drafted. I didn't enjoy that.
Well, nobody did.
And at the time, you couldn't get a college deferment.
No.
You could get, I think, one semester back in the 60s. As long as you were in college, you were free and clear. Back then, when I was in college, you got one semester, and then you got to go.
I know. My number was, I was in class 1A, number 25. Everybody I showed that card to went, bye. See ya. Enjoy Vietnam. Because they cut it off right before I would have gotten drafted.
I don't think we were in Vietnam when you registered.
Well, wherever we were going. I was about to go get drafted.
I think you got to be. You get drafted, they send you someplace we're not even fighting. We're going to send you to Vietnam.
We just know
we're dicks.
We just know it sucks there. We don't like it.
So during that entire time when I thought they were going to actually start drafting, you had draft registration, but they weren't dragging anybody in.
Yes.
I stayed panicked for a year.
Did you make plans?
No.
I didn't know if you made plans to get out of the country, go somewhere.
Yes.
Where were you going to go?
Run for the border. Taco Bell.
No. You would have gone. I mean, I think you would have hated it.
I think it would be harder to live with yourself knowing that you went AWOL or you're a draft dodger.
Exactly, because I know you have a sense of honor. Regardless of your fear, you also have a sense of honor in doing the right thing.
I think my fear would still win.
No, I don't think it would, because then you'd spend the rest of your life wondering when they're going to catch you.
I don't even think that. It would be the rest of your life knowing I can say I'm a coward. I've never really come across anything that I had to run from, so I can't prove I'm a coward. This would prove I'm a coward, and I'd have to live with that.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be hard. I didn't even think about it. I knew I'd go. My dad had been military.
I'm not going after camel spiders.
They can train you for many things.
Can I get maybe the guy from the zoo, the Dallas Zoo that we had, have him come in and describe a real camel spider, not ones that drive buses and sell.
We've seen them on the internet. We know what camel spiders look like.
That could be photoshopped. Those guys, you take a spider, put it right up by the lens, and have everybody stand back. It looks like it's 10 feet tall. Maybe he knows what a real camel spider looks like and can describe it to us. I mean, we have tarantulas here. What if they're the size of tarantulas?
I don't know. There's something nasty about the pictures we've seen of camel. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Were you going to say something, Trey? No. Anybody have any damage from last night?
Just chairs thrown in the pool. Leaves everywhere.
You know that 300-pound bat rock you gave me?
Yes.
Blew over.
Are you serious? We couldn't pick that damn thing up out of my tree and get it in this building. Or out of my truck, sorry. Is that all the damage you had? That's bad considering.
That's all that I've seen. I haven't totally walked around the house. Things in the pool. The country club next door had a 25, maybe 30-foot tall tree down.
Gone.
And then driving to work, just a couple of neighborhoods over, I saw a tree blown up by its roots. Wouldn't that have to be a tornado? Would straight-line winds really do that?
Straight-line 70, 80-mile-an-hour winds would do it, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually saying on the news this morning, the National Weather Service still isn't 100% sure if, I think it was in Plano, if it was straight-line winds. Like
that blew the bricks off that apartment complex? You see that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching Channel 4 this morning, and I just saw a story a few minutes ago. National Weather Service hasn't discounted tornadoes yet, but they haven't been able to confirm it.
Well, what's weird is the winds blew over that great big bat oval.
Yep.
That you gave me, JD. But it didn't blow over the lawn furniture.
That's really odd. That does sound more like tornadic winds because they pick and choose. But again, that would all be on radar. We got the radar. Roll the tape back.
You would think. I don't know.
But then I've got the furniture that's around the fire pit. That's fine. 15 feet away is that great big bat oval. Blew over.
I wonder if that would have something to do with, since you're the back part of your house, it kind of juts out on the sides a little bit, so maybe that sort of encased some of the furniture.
The lawn furniture is just to the left of that. So I don't know. It was just weird to see one thing that heavy blown over, and then 15 feet away, you got furniture with cushions still in place.
Well, at least the bat rock didn't end up in your pool.
No, but I can't pick it up.
No, we took...
And it looks like part of it cracked. So I don't know if it's
gone,
done, or whatever.
It lasted 4 or 5 years.
Why are you driving the Spittleville truck, John?
I had an adventure going home last night on the 114.
Right.
I was driving down the freeway, and this truck stopped in front of me, so I went, okay, I could stop because I had good distance, and I put my foot on the brake. Little red light comes on, says brake. I went, I know, I got the brake on. Foot goes all the way to the floor. Nothing.
Did you hit him?
No, I didn't. I downshifted and kind of went off to the side. I still missed him. I wouldn't have missed him even if I hadn't been able to stop directly, but because I had enough distance, he was like 100 yards ahead of me.
So you had time to react.
But still, my God, just all the way to the floor. Nothing. I mean, not even nothing.
Just no resistance?
No resistance at all. All the way to the ground.
It would crap out on the freeway because you had to stop a couple of times before you get to the freeway.
Coming out here to the radio station, everything was fine. No lights, no nothing. I'm driving out there, and I hit the road. It all happens in 1 second. Hit the brakes, red light comes on. Well, I ain't no kidding. All the way to the floor, crap, download. And downshift and pull over to the side. But I was fine. Except now I got another 2 miles to drive home with no brakes.
How'd you get it home?
I just downshifted and stayed real slow and took back roads.
Well, you had to have some type of brake to pull up in your driveway.
Emergency brake. Still worked.
Okay.
Sounds like you lost brake pressure.
Yeah. I think somebody would be stupid enough to throw that out.
You found your head mechanic.
Trey, you got your weekends free, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you come diagnose at the shop for us? We'll do.
Your vehicle's going to need a very expensive diagnostic test, Trey.
Would you like to tell me what happened?
Brakes went all the way to the floor. I had no pressure whatsoever.
Believe they went out?
Thank you, sir. How much will that be?
Oh, I don't do that.
Can't you at least touch the car?
Yeah, I really don't have to be there. You can just call me on the phone.
Say it again. I can't believe anybody was stupid enough to throw that out. It sounds like what?
You lost brake pressure.
I thought of that.
Surprised you didn't wig out.
No.
Even I would have wigged out if I mashed the brakes all the way to the floor. Because I'm very Pavlovian.
I wigged, but I had enough distance. Had it been close, I'd have smacked somebody. Or just gone off into the ditch.
Have you called anybody yet?
Taking it to 4-wheel parts in the morning. They're coming with a truck to get it. The guy calls and goes, can you be by here about 10 o'clock? No brakes. Colleyville to your place. No brakes. Yeah, I'll be there at 10. Can you send a truck?
Could you guys stick a net up on the freeway when they come by? Go ahead and foam the concrete and stick up a net.
If you would.
Look for me about 10:15.
Can I come in at 10?
You'll know it's JD as he bails out the side of the truck.
That was him.
All right. Anything else before we get started?
Oh, let's see. Jagger had an anniversary today. Didn't know that. Russ, just thought you should know that Jagger's anniversary with the station is today. David Henry got him a nice cookie bouquet, which is more than he gave you. Didn't Gavin say there were going to be a bunch of presents, not just a bottle of Jack? What gives were your gifts?
Yeah, if Jagger got a cookie bouquet, then they had planned ahead for that, especially if it was during the morning show. Mm-hmm. With our anniversary party, it was a bottle of a Gentleman Jack that showed up about 6.
Yeah.
That they sent Amber out to go get.
Because you asked Gavin 3:30 or 4, what do you got planned? He goes, well, we'll have to think of something.
And they didn't even pay for it.
For what?
The bottle of Jack.
How do you know? They sent it to Majestic?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, they didn't pay for it. Gavin's not in his office. Is he here?
Oh, yes.
All right. Gavin.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Sitting in a meeting.
With who?
Johnson.
Oh. What happened to the rest of those gifts I was supposed to get for our 8-year anniversary here? Because you said something would come every day.
Yeah, another one's coming tomorrow.
What is it?
I can't tell you that. It's a surprise.
For you or me?
Oh, you'll like it. You'll probably trash it, but you'll like it.
Do you know what it is, Trey?
Not a clue. He doesn't know what it is.
No. Yeah, I mean, just admit that you guys aren't going to do anything else.
No,
nothing planned for the anniversary of last week. You sent Amber out at the last minute to get a bottle of Jack, and we got free Jack all over the studio and the offices from Majestic.
No, I have something. Weather prohibited it. And I'm working on a couple other things.
But you were able to remember Jagger's anniversary.
I called in. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
And David Henry sent a cookie bouquet?
Well, that's David Henry, not me.
All right. Oh, what time's it coming tomorrow?
It'll be here by the time you arrive. It's nothing big. Like I said, you're going to trash it, but it's the thought that counts.
No, it's not.
Well, it makes no sense.
If I don't enjoy it, then there's no reason to get it for me.
You trash everything I get you.
I really trashed a bottle of Jack. We drank it.
Yeah, but I've gotten you stuff in the past. I don't know.
Like what?
I don't know. It's a nice gift.
Well, just tell me what it is. That'll help me prepare for when it gets here.
No.
I'll go home and I'll practice as if I enjoy it.
No, I think you'll enjoy it, and then I'll have some more stuff on the way.
You're not getting anything else. Yeah, absolutely nothing planned. We even took bets leading up to the day of the anniversary of how it was going to play out. Either there was going to be absolutely nothing, or there was going to be some half-assed attempt about 2:30 of balloons and confetti on the floor and crap that somebody printed here in the office and glued to the door.
We got you a brand new spanking contract with lots of zeros.
It's got nothing to do with my anniversary. You got my $10,000?
No.
I'm going home.
No, you're not.
That was the deal.
You're staying.
I shan't.
Shan.
Who was it that really won the $10,000 yesterday?
I don't think his first name was John.
And how many other CBS stations are involved?
It's about 30.
That's almost amazing that anybody from, especially the first day we give away the $10,000, somebody from Dallas wins it.
I heard one of the guys on KVIL, I've got $10,000 for you coming up in just a few minutes. I've got it. It's right here in a basket.
I wonder how they do that on KVIL, because you got music and it's with a talk show you can just stop and go, all right, here's the time to give it away. With music, you got a back time and the song's got to end exactly at the same time. Since all stations have to send out the tone simultaneously, otherwise it's not fair.
No clue how would they do that.
Yeah, actually, you're right. They would just back time it, and then if I remember right, on occasion you just sort of played off the sounder at the exact time, just faded out the music, and then when the sounder was done, it was only a few seconds, you just brought the music back up.
So it could go off in the middle of a song?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then same thing as here, it could go off in the middle of a commercial break.
All right. Where was I?
The kind of $10,000 you have coming, your anniversary gifts that aren't coming.
This is good. We couldn't send
it. You know what? Just give it. Don't send anything tomorrow, because that's just going to piss me off.
Oh,
it's like
don't
when JD, and I knew I could get back to this.
Oh,
when JD forgot Joy's birthday a few years ago, it didn't matter what he did after the event. He was never going to get out of that. No. And he continues to hear about that, even in contemporary times.
You're correct.
So I would, if he stop, I'll forget about it, then there won't be anything else.
No, you won't. That's the problem.
Yeah, don't do anything. It's pissing me off just knowing that something's coming now.
Oh, come on.
I don't want it. Don't let me see it.
Fine. Throw away months of preparation.
You didn't. I almost got to see it now, just to see what would take months.
And that the weather has delayed.
I cancel it. Don't worry.
That was easy.
Do we need a break? All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
I like big sex and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. That one girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and around thinking.
Russ Martin Show.
Oh.
What's the matter?
You picked up the phone when I was doing my nanas.
No. Do you want to finish?
Yeah. No, I'm through.
No. All right.
This is brought to you by WGN Superstation. In Allen, both directions of 75 Central are shut down. At Stacy, they're fixing a damaged utility pole. So that's going to be because it was supposed to have been reopened by around 3:30 this afternoon. In Fort Worth on I-30, the West Freeway eastbound at Forest Park, that is shut down as well. They're doing some sign work after last night's storms. It should be reopened in just a little while. On I-35 Simmons northbound, the ramp to 635 eastbound, there's a crash. Westbound LBJ past Preston, they've had that shut down all day except for the HOV and left lanes. It's backed up to TI Boulevard. When I came through there, it took about 45 minutes. 360 southbound past Trinity, there's a stall vehicle. It's in the center lane, and they just cleared a wreck in Grand Prairie on 360 northbound at Riverside. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Let's go. Good news is weather-wise, it's going to be nice next couple of days, probably through the weekend. 63 tonight, 71 tomorrow, 79 now at Live 105.3.
Nobody's going to laugh at this but Club. I'm going to do it anyway. I got weed. I got weed. I got Eskimo pie. Dan, you weren't in the studio. You were in Trey.
I was in the bathroom, and I couldn't hear what you were saying, but I understood closed laughter.
He's still focusing on the camel spiders driving cabs and selling weed. Now we put them in ice cream trucks.
Like you do. It's the next logical progression. Why wouldn't they be business owners?
Did you try out that baseball I got you yet, Dan?
Yeah, I think I've got it for the most part set up. I set the distance to 60 feet. And I'm just trying to figure out, it just has the one button where it has start above the LCD.
And it doesn't need a battery? You just throw it and it tells you the speed?
Yeah, you just set the distance and you try to get as close to that distance as possible so it can give you a more accurate reading. You just have to wait for the little dashes to come across to show that it's ready.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. Where'd you get that?
Sharper Image. Since they're, I think they're closing all but 2 stores in North Texas. I go in there every couple of days, see if they got anything else marked down. That what is it just called? A laser ball?
Yeah. Sharper Image laser ball.
Yeah,
it's a regulation-sized baseball.
I think it was half off. I was in there looking around. I know Dan likes to dick around.
Sit down, throw the ball back and forth. Does it feel like a real ball, Dan?
Yeah, it does.
I haven't actually felt it. Let me see it.
There you go. It's got that obviously new ball feel to it as opposed to being worn a little bit. But other than that, the only thing that would be different from a regular ball would be that the laces might be a little bit lower. But that's it.
Well, we could try this out. Put it on the wheel of punishment.
Okay.
We'd throw it at you. Okay. And then from the pain, you'd try and guess how fast it was going.
It's not really a game you win.
No. Felt like a best.
Well, but we don't stop throwing it until you guess the speed.
Oh, God.
There's a ball. All right. Are we ready for this?
If you like to. Somebody's complaining we didn't ever get to. Twas the night before Trent home yesterday. Sorry to bother you guys, but I really want to hear it. Did I miss it yesterday?
Dan, did you pull the audio?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is 6 minutes long. I remember it taking that long.
Well, it had a couple of starts and stops. You could just play a couple of minutes, and I'm sure it may come rushing back to JD.
And JD, you don't remember any of this?
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sure when I start hearing it, I will, but right now, no.
You were here the day I did it, yes?
I'm sure I was. I've only missed one day. God knows I still hear about it.
Is that the Blue Angels?
Yes. I took half a day off to fly with the Blue Angels in 8 years.
All right. Okay. I'd forgotten about it.
No, you hadn't. I like it already.
Sorry. I had to listen to it when I pulled it, so now I hear the music, I start giggling.
Do I ever start?
You do.
'Twas the night before Trenholm. When outside my house, I heard the peculiar sounds of mongoloid cows. A pale white man with pigment undefined exclaims to his reindeer,
I'm about to lose my damn mother mind.
I remember. Yeah.
He jaunted about the yard with a nice hefty stick, bashing his deer and proclaiming,
Shut my...
his ride through the heavens must have been hazy. He blurts with a passion,
I am so damn pissed off. This is making me crazy.
You gonna let me finish?
I'm sorry.
Donned in a rancid red suit, possibly too tightly knit, he was bellowing out,
That's good.
I'd forgotten I'd done this.
I don't know how.
Is
it kind of cheap milking a Christmas bit 4 months later?
Oh, they want to hear it.
Sure it is.
Well, I only did it once. I don't think it's ever run in Best Of, has it?
No, it hasn't run in Best Of yet.
JD, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
I certainly was that day. I could just remember.
Were you doped up?
No, not at all. Around Christmas? No.
Yeah, and this was
There's
actually...
a lot of things that happen on the show that people remind me of.
I worked a long time on this, though. I had to go out and pull different clips of Trey. And...
Well, I remember it now that I hear it. I just, with the title, I did not remember it.
Sure you weren't doped up?
No, I was not doped up.
Quick visit to the ice cream spider?
No, it's not the ice cream spiders. No.
It was snorted.
It's J.D.
There's no way we can go back and revisit that part of it, can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Donned in a red rancid suit, possibly too tightly knit, bellowing out, his lead deer, Krusty, is in psychotic depression. Santa leans to his ear.
Hey, Krusty. Ask you a question.
Are you enjoying it as much this time, John?
Yes, I am.
What, Dan?
Find one.
Yes, Mike.
You made me shoot vodka out of my nose. Oh, God.
Next time, learn to swallow it. Do you want me to back up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I need some aspirin. My headache's killing me from laughing.
Yeah, let's see. Where's a good place? Yeah. Okay. Donned in a rancid red suit, possibly too tightly knit, bellowing out, his lead deer, Krusty, is in psychotic depression. Santa leans to his ear.
Hey, Krusty. Ask you a question.
He slams his head with an old tire rim, asking, how'd you get in this herd?
Well,
white people can't get into them.
I forgot about that, too.
I didn't see that one coming.
I know you were here that day. I hear you on the CD.
I know I was there.
Did we do this the last day before the break?
Yeah, it was. This was
a Friday,
December 21st.
Okay.
Ask you a question.
He slams his head with an old tire rim, asking, how'd you get in this herd?
Most white people can't get into them.
This has still got 2 minutes left. You want to hear all of it?
Yes, please.
Well, all right.
Thank you.
Oh, God. You all right, JR?
He's down. He's down for the count.
Oh, yeah, he's down.
JR's on the couch. He's down.
I really didn't think this was going to come out well.
Oh, yeah. Farm and stellar.
How are we doing, Chloe?
Okay.
Possibly a new holiday tradition.
Yes,
another
absolutely.
Christmas classic.
I'll back up. His lead deer, Krusty, is in psychotic depression. Santa leans to his ear.
Hey, Krusty. Ask you a question.
He slams his head with an old tire rim, asking, how'd you get in this herd?
Most white people can't get into it.
With 4 midget reindeer and a rickety old sleigh, he sings to his livestock.
Dickety-doo-dah, dickety-a. Mile, you're a dick today.
He issues one last threat with a spiritual bouquet.
I'm gonna light you on fire and roll you down the damn driveway.
He left no gifts and exclaimed as he flew from sight,
Going back to my house. My house. My house. Going back to my house. Why? Because you're a damn mother. Damn, I can't believe you're making me do. Damn, you're making me crazy. I'll do just about anything, but I can't do this. You know it, and you're making me miserable. What the is wrong with you? Damn it, everything is so funny.
Very nice.
thank you. All right, that killed 6 minutes. Do we have time for news? Yeah. Okay. Ready, Dan?
Yep.
All right, you want a legal here? 403 at KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Dan O'Malley's here with me.
Thank you, Russ. Thursday, April 10th of 2008. Birthdays today. Haley Joel Osment turns 20. Mandy Moore is 24.
How old was she when we had her in the studio?
She would have been 21?
18.
Say it again?
18, 19.
It wasn't 6 years ago.
It was 5. I was still producing the show, and that's 03.
Yeah, I think she was close to being of age.
Yeah. Actually, I want to say that you had actually asked her if she wanted a drink, and I think she said, I can't.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Okay. Steven Seagal turns 57. Danny Don Meredith turns 70. John Madden turns 72. And Harry Morgan turns 93. Colonel Sherman Potter from MASH. Regulators denied Thursday that American Airlines canceled thousands of flights in recent days because federal officials have tightened their demand for compliance with federal safety directives, responding to assertions by American Airlines that regulators changed the rules on them. An FAA spokeswoman said the problem was the airline's own fault. Its maintenance work, she said, proved to be inadequate.
And the pilots had talked about that before, hadn't they?
For years they've been bringing this up, yeah. You changed the rules. No, really, the FAA's Federal Aviation Regulations, they haven't changed in quite a while. And the directives have been the same for many years.
We've always been very big fans of safety.
Everything's staying on the plane and things not bursting into flames. We love that here at the FAA. No, it's all American. It is Americans' fault, and it's all coming out now. And what's bad is you got the pilots and everybody else echoing it. It's not just.
But what I don't understand, and Trey brought this up yesterday, is why now the big push? Why all of a sudden you got to pull them all out and do inspections? And what they do, ground another 900 flights today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday you had over 100,000 people that were stranded. Why is it the big hard on now to go check them?
It started with the Southwest Airlines thing, and it's just snowballed since then. And now you got the pilots saying the same thing, so everybody's just double-crossing, triple-checking everything.
I'm curious.
Because if something happened right now, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if something happened right now, holy crap, the lawsuits, they literally could put an airline out of business.
And after
you knew it was bad.
Southwest went through this, wasn't it American that stepped forward and you can take a look at our planes if you want.
Yes, they did.
To try and make Southwest look like a bunch of buffoons.
Yes.
Check our planes. They're all fine.
Everything's in spec.
Oh. What were we going to ask, Trey?
I'm just curious if American will end up getting a fine from the FAA like Southwest did. Seems like they should.
Good question, other than the fact that American did this themselves, but you're right.
Southwest did this themselves.
I know. But we haven't heard
They
about
said,
any
we've got
fines
these
yet.
planes that weren't inspected. Somehow they missed inspection. We'd like to have that done.
But ended up showing some improper
relationship with the inspectors.
And inspectors.
Well, how did American
Southwest.
get in a situation where you've got a good portion of the fleet grounded and all these people stranded? There had to be some relationships there. These planes wouldn't have gone so long without proper inspection.
I can't speak for American, but all I can say is what the employees are saying is things have been ignored for years. Things have been brought to their attention and have been ignored.
And actually, it comes across, it appears more when you hear about, Southwest situation versus American. You have the pilots, dropping dime.
The pilots are doing that.
Exactly.
Because they haven't gotten a raise in 5 or 6 years. Oh, you're going to have your bonuses in upper management? You're not going to give us a raise?
No.
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to step in front of the media and say we don't feel safe on these planes.
You know what? We're going to get a billboard out of our own money. And
they actually did that?
Yeah, it's over off 360. It's right by the American Airlines headquarters. And it's got a website and everything else. It says
the Pilots Association set up.
Association set up and says, tell us your horror stories. Tell us what happened to you.
And the reason why...
Because the kicker line in that is, America may not care about you, but we as the pilots do. Thanks.
Gravity's going to get us.
.com.
What is it, Dan? I was just going to say the reason why in addition to just the pilots, outing the airline, it makes American appear as though there was some type of cover-up going on. So it makes American situation look more severe than Southwest, because Southwest themselves came out and said it.
I'm trying to get close attention while Dan's talking to find out how long for a break, and he won't look up, and I'm waving at him like it's spider selling weed. I'm surprised you didn't hear it. I took a can of Skull and hit him in the head with it.
Sorry, I was looking at Dan.
I was just trying to stretch.
I would think at this point, American's going to face a class action suit for all these people that are stranded and you've ruined their plane.
You got to go back and prove that American was responsible for the FAA stepping in and pulling all these planes offline.
I thought American yesterday pulled their own planes.
As long as they say it's for safety reasons, what's the damage? We were doing this for your safety. I'm sorry if you had to sleep at DFW airport last night, but would you rather be that, or would you rather be on an airplane that's not safe?
Well, you should have done it 6 months ago when it was supposed to be done.
Probably, but they've also gone back. Who just made the fart?
Yeah, I did.
They've also gone back, according to American, and compensated the people who had to stay in a city that they didn't plan on. Travel vouchers, money they spent for food, accommodations, whatever. So what's your liability? You had to, or what's your loss? What are your damages? You had to wait someplace for an extra day or so. It pissed me off, and I'd sue somebody. But really, if you go to court, what are your damages?
I missed my father's funeral.
Yeah. Weddings, funerals, honeymoons, things like that.
Those things are still can happen.
Oh, they're still going to occur, but I missed it. I mean, I can't get that back. Thank you for your nice hotel room there at the Holiday Inn, but that doesn't give me once in a lifetime I'm going to see my daughter get married, unless she's a whore. But you know what I'm saying. The class actions would be very hard to prove.
All right. Do we need a break?
Yes.
What's the matter with you?
Just trying to be astute.
Okay.
Goodbye.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
During National Donate Life Month, Southwest Transplant Alliance urges you to sign up to be a donor and to talk to your family about your decision. Call 1-866-99-DONATE or visit donatelifetexas.org.
Enter at your own risk. The Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Russ, who's impervious to all that surrounds him. Now at 214-787-1053.
Trey, I didn't have a chance to read it. What is the email you sent me, forwarded me about foil?
Oh, someone wanted to know if, was it JD that got in trouble and that have to do that foil electrocution thing?
Yes.
That was Chloe.
You don't know that?
Oh, do know that.
Why do they ask?
Oh, they want to know if they missed it yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think we did it.
No, we didn't. We got around to it.
We just had closed balls counted a couple of times.
Multiple times by Jagger. Oh, and his hole once. His hole.
I think it was more of a shock to Chloe because it came up on the wheel.
Yeah.
After he screwed up, get your balls counted by Jagger. You think, okay, well, it's going to take a couple of days to get Jagger in here. That happens, and here comes Jagger.
That surprised me. She was like ready at the door.
Well, luckily that takes a lot of the anxiety out because you don't have a couple of days. You got to worry about it.
Absolutely, it's over. The look on his face though when they were holding him down was just sheer. I don't know if he's going to puke or pass out. He was not enjoying it.
How hard was he mashing your balls?
Just like every once in a while, he would mash harder than he was before. I don't know if that was because they were up in my stomach, and I was trying to let him down to where he could feel them, or not. I didn't know what to do.
Go lower.
Screw you, we're making a run for it. We've turned into a couple of Richard Kimballs. We're out of here.
I actually got an email about that yesterday. It says, I first have to say that Jagger counting closed balls was hysterical. I realize, though, that Russ always refers to Jagger in some sort of gay scenario and exploits his sexuality. Listening to the two shows, Russ comes across as more gay than Jagger is.
I do. I am.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
Well, you're not. Have you ever?
Done what?
Been with a man.
You.
No, you
And finally it all comes out.
I would have remembered that.
You didn't remember something from 5 months ago.
I remembered if I had a wiener in my
mouth.
Yes, anywhere in any part of my body other than my own.
No, it was us.
It was not. It was certainly not.
We've been fabulous lovers for decades.
Yeah, not true. We have slept together in the same bed, as far as it goes.
JD was the first one to point out the courtesy of Reach Around. Because he said I had been too narcissistic.
Selfish lover, were you?
This is not true. None of this is accurate. I just think we do a lot of gay things. They have a chick in the room, and they don't really address his sexuality that much. But you don't know every once in a while.
I don't think I addressed his sexuality that much. But we needed somebody to count closed balls, and I wasn't doing it.
I'm glad for Jagger to be doing it. He enjoyed it. Even asked Chloe to dinner on the way out.
The only person that has a franchise on me grabbing their balls is you, John.
You've never touched mine. Stop! Quit saying that. That's never occurred, and you know it. You've never touched my business. I've seen yours lots of times. I think you've only seen mine once when I mashed it up against the glass in Mexico.
That's what got me started.
No, it's not.
We had just checked into a hotel room. We're there for the TV show. I go out on JD's balcony just to get a look at the scenery. I hear a knock on the glass. I turn around and look. He's flat naked, mashed up against the glass. Just like JD under glass.
Drunk?
Oh, no, we just got there. Well, that's true. That's before we drank heavily. No.
And I don't know what it is, but it made it more horrendous.
Seen everything kind of smooshed?
Yeah.
One-dimensional. One-dimensional. You're welcome.
All right. You going to finish news?
Sure. Are we going to play more password today?
Ooh, good question.
We did that for almost an hour yesterday?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah, we got an email on that, too. I love the porn word game. People outside my cube at work were hearing me laugh. You guys are so much fun. Nicole in San Antonio, by the way.
Possibly give it a couple of days to rest?
No, it was fun.
It was fun because you guys were playing. I don't know what it was like to listen to.
Everyone.
Sans this chick in San Antonio.
Chuck came in earlier today. He was going to go pick up your taxes at Marty's. He goes, all right, I'm going to get his taxes. Don't play that password game without me. It's dead serious.
Everyone I talked to thought it was hilarious.
He could listen to it on the air.
He wanted to
even if we did it.
He wanted to be here. I don't know why.
A short one.
Okay.
And then we'll finish news.
All righty.
See where my words are. Trey, did you pull music for me yesterday?
I did. It's on your desktop. It's a...
Says what?
Greed music bed.
He's gained a lot of weight. JD kicked out of TMS. I don't see it. It's on the desktop?
Yep. Look up.
I love this new system.
All right, there it is. I thought yesterday was just a little dry, so they'd stick just light music underneath.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do the horn words again? You want to do something just random?
Something random. You have random? Oh, you have random set up? Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll pull my headphones off. Me and Trey go first.
Trey, obviously you'll be playing with Chloe again.
Perhaps that fella from the zoo could bring over a chimp.
Wow. No. I don't think you get as much anxiety on the chimp.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody remember the rules. Yeah. Start at 10 point. What are we going to go to? We'll make a quick game.
30?
20? 30.
25.
20. All right. The password is anteater. All right, let's go. Well, you can start 10 points, pass or play.
I'll play.
All right.
Rebecca.
Anteater.
All right. Dan, you include headphones off? The password is baby arm. Let's see. Trey, you have control. 10 points, pass or play. JD, 10 points. Don't let the time run out.
Austin.
Austin?
Yeah.
All right.
Coyote.
9 points, Trey.
Miniature.
Eight points, JD.
Dusty.
Douchebag?
7 points, Trey.
Deformed.
Weasel?
7 points, John.
Appendage.
Baby arm.
That's 6.
Yeah.
All right.
They go back some of the porn words. Just need to note that better.
Okay.
Let's see here. The password is donkey punch. Okay. All right, Dan, you have control. 10 points. Pass or play?
Pass.
Chloe, 10 points. 9 points, Dan.
Burrow.
Sex. I can't think of anything. Burrow.
Chloe, 8 points.
Slam. I don't know.
Donkey punch?
How'd you pull that one out?
Burrow is what kind of gave it away. I mean,
all right, what's the score? We almost done?
How many did they get that time? This is the last game. This is the last time.
All right. Headphones off. Which ones I want to do here? All right. The password is tampon. 10 points, Trey. Pass or play?
I'll play.
Go ahead.
Bloody.
Tampon?
Oh. That's too easy. Look how many he missed. Yeah, Chloe missed yesterday.
Oh, it's a runner-up swing. Okay. Bloody. How do you get that? That could be a lot of things.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. All right, last one. Trey, you and JD headphones off. The password is vulva. 10 points, Chloe. Pass or play?
I'll pass.
Dan?
Lips.
Vagina?
9 points, Chloe.
Car.
Vulva?
Oh, stop.
Oh, my God.
No way!
So now you're on his frequency. This isn't fair. Longer.
How did they reach savant status in less than 24 hours?
How long before we need a break?
6 minutes.
All right. You ready to finish news?
Yeah, whatever.
Did you guys lose?
Yeah?
Yeah, we did.
All right.
Car.
One of the Dallas Police Department's 3 new helicopters has been grounded, and the city's only helicopter mechanic is on paid leave. Police pilots worry the mechanic might not have been inspecting the aircraft thoroughly, even though he indicated he did so on inspection reports. Deputy Chief Thomas Lawrence said in this case there was a pretty strong belief that a lot of the pilots out there lost confidence in Mr. Robert Lannard. Lannard is Dallas Police's only helicopter mechanic. 2 others quit the department last fall. The Dallas Morning News has learned the police department put Lannard on leave on Monday as it investigates whether he falsified an inspection report on a new police helicopter recently.
I don't know why you would take aircraft and dick around with that. New or not.
I have no idea, other than the fact that this sounds like there's a problem. If you had 3 of them and 2 of them quit and there's only 1 left, helicopter mechanics are relatively easy to find. I don't know why they didn't replace those other 2 guys. That way you have 3 guys watching over each other. But you're right. Why would anybody dick around with any kind of a maintenance on other than the fact
Well, they said it was a new helicopter, and this one wasn't inspected, right?
Right. He was just saying that he's writing down on his log that he inspected it, but hadn't done so, supposedly.
All right. I brought this, and I forgot I had it. This was just a Star Telegram. I know there's the drug war in, where is this, part of Mexico, near the Texas border. Mm-hmm. You don't really think about it because you don't see it.
No. I've heard basic little stories of things that happen down there, but we don't. And
I don't plan on going off on this. Just, I read the first 2 or 3 paragraphs, and this really puts it into perspective. This is out of Ciudad, Mexico. The gunman caught their target on his way home. Police Commander Juan Flores had just finished his shift on Eastern, was pulling onto a dirt road in his quiet neighborhood of rundown adobe homes. Out of nowhere, 2 SUVs darted out, cut him off, forcing him to drive his car into a palm tree on the sidewalk. Neighbors scattered for cover as masked men stepped out of the vehicles and for 6 minutes fired AK-47s into the officer's blue 1998 Dodge Neon. One of the masked men then walked to Flores' battered car, fired a final shot to ensure that the officer was dead. It was the 8th assassination of a police officer this year in Ciudad Juarez, across the Rio Grande from El Paso. Why would you take a job as a police officer anywhere near that area?
Knowing that this happened, how many did you say this year? 6?
8.
8. God.
Just in the course of 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, why would anybody at that point go up against these guys? Obviously, they got enough bullets for 6 minutes of AK-47 fire. They're pretty serious about killing everybody that gets in their way.
And obviously, there wasn't going to be backup.
No. I need assistance. See ya.
Yeah. The call is what? We're still hunting eggs.
Man. I just don't hear it being that serious every single day.
And this has been this way for how long, Trey?
Oh, God. At least 4 or 5 years.
And we sent the National Guard even to our side of the border on this?
Some states have. We have some of our guards, but it's pretty spaced out.
Do we need them on our side? Isn't this all happening over there?
It's all coming across the border, though.
The drugs are, yeah.
So it doesn't just, the violence doesn't just stop at the Rio Grande. What is it, Trey?
But yeah, to answer your question on why these guys do it, a lot of them, it's the only chance they have to make decent money, and so they're taking the risk, thinking that, all right, I'm going to make some cash, and maybe I'll get to stay alive.
But this is going to be a nonstop paranoia that you have to live with. And obviously,
you don't have to do this once. I'm sorry. I don't care what you're paying on any level.
And let me see what else it said here. Assassination. More than 2,000 soldiers and federal police officers have been deployed to the state of Chihuahua in the past 2 weeks. Now Juarez is like a battle zone. Convoys of masked soldiers drive through. Troops with assault weapons guard the streets, the U.S. fast food and the U.S. fast food restaurants. They set up roadblocks. I don't get why we can't win this. You send enough troops down there, you would think you could be able to wipe them out.
Well, you got to remember.
And I know that's a very naive take on this, but screw the law. If you've got even an inkling that there's drugs being manufactured in a building, whatever, go in there and wipe them out.
The Mexican army, though, is so corrupt. A lot of these guys, these drug dealers will give them money, and they'll look the other way.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm in a police vehicle with 6 guys. How many of them are really on my side? How many of them, when I asked about this vehicle, are going to put a bullet in the back of my head? That's what I would be thinking.
And as you read the first couple of paragraphs of this, it really sounds like you just flipped open a novel.
Yeah, 7 minutes of
6.
6
Do you not have any retention?
Huh?
All right. Yeah, no backup, no help, nothing.
Nothing's coming for you. And then there's other guys that turned around the next day and went to work.
I think that was the biggest part of the story. That was the part that freaked me out.
That's all almost down by the border. It doesn't spill into any of the tourists.
Well, it's still going to... Who cares where it's going?
Well, it's killed Laredo.
Has it really?
Oh, yeah, and El Paso. I mean, it's hurt El Paso. It's killed Laredo.
Laredo's gone through how many police chiefs? 4? In recent time.
At least, yeah.
And you still have guys stepping up to take the gig.
I'd like to find out what they're getting paid and B, why. Why would you care at that point?
The last guy that I read about, and I think he's still alive, but he was from Laredo, and he wanted to see his town, get cleaned up. And so he took the job.
Hold on. Yes, Amy.
Hey, I have a request for you guys.
What do you want?
Please go back to the game. It's so much fun.
Good call, Ryan. How much time left, Club?
About 2 minutes.
Are we back to 0-0?
Yeah, you start again. All right, whoever's playing, take your headphones off.
JD and Trey.
All right. The password is adulterer. Dan, you can start. 10 points. Pass or play?
Yeah, I'll play.
All right, 10 points.
JD.
Pervert.
9 points, Chloe.
Colin.
What? What'd you just say?
Colin.
Bisexual.
Colin. What are you saying? What word is he saying?
Colin.
What is that?
A name.
Colin?
Yes.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm out.
What does that mean?
I can't say the rest of it because I forgot I can't say 2 words. So just go to the next. Just go to Dan.
And just tell me what the other word is.
Feral.
Do something to him while I'm not looking through. Okay. Dan,
can you give me 2 seconds? Because that zapped me.
How was that? Normally I just hit the delay and move on, but I'm trying to...
don't talk anymore.
That made me forget my clue. Oh, okay, I remember it now.
Okay.
Screw it, we're starting over.
No, I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Neighbor.
Adultery.
Yeah, that's close enough.
All right, we got A7.
We got time for one more?
Yes.
The password is taint. 10 points, JD. Pass or play?
I will pass.
Trey, 10 points.
Middle.
Pass.
Between.
Lucky Pierre?
That would have been good, though.
Oh, balls.
Claude, go with the guess before he gave you the clue.
Menage a trois.
Hole.
Taint.
Why do you guys get wound up about this?
It's fun.
I'm competitive.
All right, last one, then we'll break. The password is toss my salad.
All right.
All right, Dan, 10 points. Pass or play?
I'll play.
All right, go ahead.
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. I'm out.
9 points, Club.
Vinaigrette.
That's a good face, Trey. And it's one that's well deserved.
Hermaphrodite.
8 points, Dan.
Croutons.
Tossing the salad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dan, you want something to spike? Gonna break here? All right, we'll be back. Somebody asked me to play this again.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Is that Gail? Hello, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
What do you got?
I have got WGN, the Superstation. Same deal in Fort Worth. I-30 West Freeway is still closed at Forest Park on the eastbound side. It's backed up to Camp Bowie. They're doing repairs to signs after last night's storm. On eastbound LBJ at Abrams, there's a wreck. The HOV and left lanes are blocked. It's backed up to Central. Well, actually, it's backed up past Central all the way across North Dallas to Marsh. On westbound LBJ past Preston, the right lane blocked. It's still backed up to TI Boulevard. In Richardson, northbound 75 before Campbell, got a stalled car in the HOV lane, slow from Arapahoe. In Grapevine, westbound 114 at Texan, the two left lanes are blocked. That's heavy from 121. In Fort Worth, westbound 20 before Trail Lake, the two right lanes still blocked. In Arlington, westbound 20 at Matlock, the two right lanes blocked by down power line. Backed up to Collins. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Gail. Mid-60s for the low tide. A little cooler tomorrow. Mid-70s for the high. We have 86 now at Live 105.3.
Chloe, who was the chick you were telling me about during the break? Make it a shorter story.
Just a friend of mine had been married to this chick for years and years and years, and she just up and left.
And her parents, or his parents, had loaned her cash to start a business?
Yeah. And
tell JD how much.
Upwards up to $500,000.
Well done.
And she's out traveling because of this business that they helped her open up. She goes to Vegas. She comes back, said, I made a lot of networking. Or I did a lot of networking. Yeah. Had a lot of good contacts. Then she comes back one day after a trip. She said, I'm leaving. Bye.
There was obviously no paperwork between them. Like, I'm loaning you this much money, you're going to pay it back.
I don't know any of the logistics of it all. So just up and then just goes back out to New York for.
Part of it's the parents' fault. You give somebody that kind of cash, unless you've just got so much money you don't know what to do with. You put some paperwork down. When you make this, here's when you're going to get paid back. That way, at least you can go back and sue them.
Well, you don't know that she's not going to pay it back. She just turned out to be a whore.
Yeah. I'm networking, gang, with your legs open.
And you hate to continually just, what's another word for bash? Slap women around on the air as far as things that have happened, but that's the only perspective we've got. Are chicks screwing us around.
And you hear that
everything that we've gone through, it's very seldom have we done it reverse, where you
never
did these squirrely things to whoever you were dating. As a guy doing it to a chick.
No, never beaten anybody up for money or anything else. Any kind of time I broke up with somebody, they saw it coming and we all agreed, and it's never been anything ugly or weird, except for the chick that left me.
Which one?
The one that I saw married the next week.
That's not what we're talking about.
I know. I said it's just people that do screwy things to each other and then leave.
I guess you could count what I did to Diane.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. She didn't know it at the time, though. You were very nice to not let her catch you.
There were too many different variables at play.
For instance,
I'm screwing her best friend. I don't want to ruin their friendship. And I don't want to get caught.
I understand. You were very nice to be... And you invited them. I still remember you invited them both to that New Year's Eve party. Why would you have them? Well, they were both best friends. They could both be there, I guess. But everybody in the party knew except Diane.
And they had bets for midnight who I was going to kiss at midnight.
I believe you got them both, didn't you?
I kissed Diane at midnight, and then when I walked Sandy out to her car, I did her at the parking lot.
Very nice.
You really do need some closure with Diane.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Seriously.
Don't bring her up here.
I think it do you both a lot of good.
I don't even like the fact she knows how to find me. And I know why I'm scared of her, because really, I could probably take her with enough people.
Time has passed. People let things go. You don't, but people do. She done that to you, you'd still be hunting her down.
I told the story on the air at the Eagle. This is the way I got caught 10 years after it happened.
Yeah.
And she was twisted about it.
Well, yeah, when you first hear that your best friend and
it was 10 years ago.
I know, but you wouldn't have let it go.
A decade's passed. Let it go.
So if I told you now that I had been screwing one of your girlfriends, you'd be letting it go because it was so long ago. Yes.
Would you?
You just said if it's been over 10 years, you'd let it go.
Absolutely. Who was it?
I didn't screw any of your girlfriends. I just want to see if you'd let it go, and I know you wouldn't. You still beat me up to death over a chick I never touched.
If it's been that many years, I've got no emotional attachment. I'm going to let it go. Who was it?
I've never done anything. You know that. But the fact is, you won't let it go. You beat me up on this. You've made me take multiple lie detector tests, and you still don't believe that I never screwed her.
Why do you get fidgety when this comes up? Every time this comes up on the air,
because
you get antsy, you become overly defensive, and you speed things up.
Because there's no reason for you not to believe me.
You stopped by my girlfriend's house in the middle of the night several times and never told me.
Yes.
Nobody believes you. Nobody.
Well, that's everybody else's fault. They don't know me, apparently, as a human being that I am. I'd never do that, especially to a buddy. I wouldn't. Maybe the reason you think it's so real because you do it.
No, I think it because you screwed your buddy's wife while he was out of town.
You're right.
Go ahead.
Wait.
No?
Me and that guy weren't close buddies.
You always spoke of him like you were.
We weren't. No, we really weren't buddies.
You were just closer to his wife.
Yes. We were just neighbors. He was really...
And that's the reason I think you did something. If you'll do that to one of your neighbors, you'll do it to me.
I wouldn't do it to you.
Especially with a topless dancer that I was dating.
I promise you a million ways. There's no way you're going to believe me, but I never did anything. Ever. And had I...
It's been, what was that, 90? Been 18 years.
Right. So
now's perfect time to tell me.
I'm not going to tell you something I didn't do. I'm not going to admit to something I didn't do.
Everybody in this room believes you did.
Sorry that they do. Then they don't know me as a person. I wouldn't do that because I made one indiscretion with a married woman one time.
No, it wasn't one time. You said
it was one person. That only counts as one indiscretion. Thank you. I don't have a history of doing this. I was in a awkward
You were
place in
married
my
and you're
life.
screwing a married man's wife.
I was going through a divorce, and I was screwing a married man's wife, yes. That's true.
So you're a perfect candidate.
I am not. That's totally different than when I was hanging out with your girlfriend. I was still happily married.
It's all right.
then.
Just tell me.
I'm not going to
Just tell me.
I will not. I will not do that. I will not say something I did not do. You're convinced, and there's nothing I can ever do. Some chick was pissed off about our show on Tuesday, by the way. Tuesday sounded like a locker room full of men drinking and bashing women. If you guys keep having problems with women, then maybe the women aren't the problem. Maybe it's you. After a long day at work, the last thing I wanted to hear about was how terrible we women are as a species. Men do plenty of things that are ridiculous and hateful, but you don't want to talk about any of those, do you?
Well, a lot of times it's painful when you hold a mirror up to the problem. They don't want to admit it.
I'm sure there's a lot of crappy things guys have done, too.
Well, and not every relationship that we've been through was like what we talked about.
Oh, no, not nearly.
If everything went fine and it was joyous for the time you were together, there's no reason talking about that.
It's
just, the only thing that's entertaining is talking about the gashes that screwed us around.
The time it was horrible and terrible, and we sounded like pathetic little losers.
Now, she's right. If it was every girl that I dated that I had these problems with, then I'm going to be the common denominator, and I'm probably going to be the issue. But it wasn't all of them. It was just enough to stick with you for a while.
Just a few, and everybody has that, except Dan. Everybody's had that in their life. Some kind of wacko thing that went out of her way to make you miserable.
But I don't understand why we let ourselves get to a point of absolute no worth. You're beyond pathetic because you're camping out in front of a chick's house waiting for her to come home just to see if she's with a guy, even though she says she's not. Never really done anything to lead you to that point. There's just some inkling that you have. She's up to something. We're not spending all our time together. I want to know what the bitch is doing, and both her and he are going to get it.
It's just because of our insecurities.
Anyway. Is that you, Gavin?
Yeah, that woman can complain all she wants, but the other day when you guys were talking about that, you guys jammed the 787 exchange as far as people calling in because there were so many people calling in wanting to get their stories of the same situation on the air.
The phones didn't ring here.
If you jam the 787, they won't ring anywhere.
How do you know that happened? Or did you just tell me?
I got a report from AT&T.
We've done that before.
Flo brought that up about 4:30. We'd gone off for an hour and a half. We went into a break. He said the phones haven't, not one line's lit up in an hour and a half. Well, I don't need the phones. I don't care if they ring or not.
You can jam lines, absolutely. The 787 exchange. Some radio station I used to work for, the contest was really hot, and every time we'd run it, you blow the lines out.
Gavin, how do you know it was us that jammed the 787?
Because that's where they got the report from. Because they actually call a number, and it goes to a choke line, and it goes to other numbers. So those numbers were designated toward us.
Well, how do you know some other station wasn't running a contest, and they jammed the 787 exchange?
For an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a day that we were playing Password, I could possibly understand jamming that. Well, that explains the phones.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need them. I didn't even really notice. I looked over a couple of times. Nothing was lit up. I didn't care.
When they first went to the 787 exchange for radio stations, the idea was you couldn't choke them, and they found out pretty quick. A really popular radio station doing something really hot will still blow them out.
Didn't KVIL used to do that?
Yes.
Back in the 80s.
On a regular basis.
When they were still on the air?
They're still on the air.
Okay.
They are.
All right. But that was something that
on a regular basis, they'd pop the lines.
Okay.
For the whole city, and then no radio stations got any calls.
So anything else that we bring up, the phones are kind of light. You bring up problems that we've had with women, and we jam the entire market as far as the 787 number.
Yes, because everybody's almost, Dan, has been dicked over by women at some point.
Dan, how is it you've escaped through this?
I guess because I limit myself as far as getting into relationships too quickly, and then, honestly, I think most of it just has to do with luck.
I have a feeling that you feel superior in this aspect.
I don't feel superior in this aspect.
Look at the smile. Look at those. I don't feel superior at all.
I feel fortunate.
And when I tell the story about camping out in front of a chick's house and I bring my TV and blankie and snacks,
yes,
that doesn't make you feel superior.
No.
You're a veiny dude.
Yeah. Work on my line skills.
No,
if I had never done it and I heard somebody tell the story, like, dude, it's a chick. If you really think she's doing something, just assume that she is. Break up, move on, get past it. Why sit there and struggle with it for months?
Can't do it because you know whoever that chick was, you're never going to be that hot. You're never going to be able to do you like she does you. You know that.
And if you, even if you convince yourself nothing's going on and you never really catch her, you're always going to have that paranoia and you're never going to be happy. No. There's going to be no joy unless you're together. And anytime you're not together and you don't know where that bitch is, you're going to assume that she's screwing somebody. 9 times out of 10, she is.
She's not. 9 times out of 10, it's paranoia.
No, it's not paranoia. Just because I didn't catch them doesn't mean it's paranoia.
She didn't do anything for the most part.
Oh, you don't know which one I'm talking about. I got 2 or 3 that I know. We're up to something. Now I'm locked up.
How's it feel?
It's not something I want to do on a regular basis. And I know Tiffany was up to something because she had modeled in L.A. before.
Oh, this one.
And what was she doing at the time? I think she was just working for a furniture store, whatever.
Regular job.
Yeah. But then she meets a director who's going to produce a small budget indie film. And then she starts talking about him a lot. And then she has to have meetings with him. And then she's got to drive to Austin to take a look at the set where they're going to shoot this independent movie.
That's what you do as an
That's
actress.
not what she was doing.
You don't know that. And he may have been trying something that doesn't make she do anything. She may. Oh, no doubt he was trying. That's what directors do.
He wants to help further my career. You don't have a career. You work at Penny's.
I'd have a career if you understood me and supported me like he does. I was going to be both.
My toes have now curled up again.
I'm sorry.
I could actually lift things with my feet. Every time that I play that out, and again, I take responsibility for it because I'm the one that chose to sit a half a mile from her house with the binoculars all night waiting for her to come home. And both her and her head are fortunate she didn't come home.
How many girls have you done that to?
3. Any reason?
I'm just curious. You have it down to a science, even with the analog watch and putting it underneath the tire so you know.
When they left.
Yeah.
God, it's my favorite. Well, you can't watch them all night to see if they're going to go someplace. So you put an old Timex watch underneath the tire. When they leave, you go look at the watch, whatever time it says was what time they backed over it. Bitches.
Sad. It's sad to hear it, and I know I did it, so I'm not pointing fingers.
And you know, if she's going off on meetings with this director, he's screwing her. He's screwing her. He screwed her.
Tried to.
Why'd she break up with me?
Well, what was the deal with her? Didn't she want kids, and that was the one that wanted kids?
No.
What was the reason she broke up?
That was a nut.
Yes, he became the nut. Exactly. And he became the normal guy that's going to help her career. You don't understand me. You're paranoid.
And all of a sudden, he becomes, big shot. All of a sudden, he becomes the confidant, and it doesn't matter what you do, you're maniacal.
All he has to do.
But if you reverse it, and I'm hanging out with this chick. She's a director, and she wants to put me in some type of sitcom, and I got to meet with her nonstop. She's going to freak out. But they don't want to see it that way. You're spending time with this guy. You're a lot of time.
And he's calm and he's relaxed. And he just takes me whenever he can.
And the more that
all he's got to do is wait.
The more that you elevate yourself, all he's got to do is just become an ear. Because now she's going to, he doesn't judge me. He doesn't say anything. He has no take on the relationship. In fact, he said a lot of good things about you.
Oh, that's the...
I wish I had the power of combustion to blow both of you up.
He said nice things about you. That's when you know he's absolutely positive. But chicks don't see it ever. Period. Even Joy, who listens to this show, didn't get it when that guy was hitting on her at her job. Didn't get it for months. And I kept going, I'd laugh at her.
I can't stand talking about this because there's no closure. There's nothing you can do. You can't go back and get them. There's nothing to get any solace out of this. And at the time you're going through it, all you can play out in your head is if you catch her doing something, she's going to look left and right fast a lot of times. And that's the nicest way I can say it.
Okay, very nice. Very well put.
You got that one?
Yes, very well. We want something happy. Let's go back to past.
I can. That was like Tuesday when we got off on this. You start, and it just takes over. You can't stop. Because Dan could read the news, and all I can think about is sitting in front of her house waiting for her to come home.
Watch it through the binoculars.
And it just opens up those wounds. That's why you can't just think of it for 2 minutes and move past it. You go right back to that moment.
And
how many
the
years ago.
instant that you finally convinced yourself, I'm a fool. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start this truck. I'm going home, and I'm done with this relationship. I don't care if she's doing something or not. She's playing head games with me, and I'm better than this. You drive off. You get about 3 minutes away. You think, I bet the bitch came home.
I got that feeling. That means something's happening.
I'm going to trust my gut. I'm going to go back there and sit for a couple hours. She got 2 hours to come home.
And then it's done.
And you'll do that 2 or 3 different times. Trey, have you done that particular scenario?
I've never camped out. I have done the drive-by, like driving by.
Oh, drive-bys do no good because you can miss too much.
Here's what I did, though. I'd forgotten about this. This was at the end of the relationship where you're...
Give me the bottle. I can't talk about this sober. Go ahead.
Where you're hanging on for dear life. And this is the one that already...
I have no empathy for that one. Go ahead.
I drive by our house one night, and there's a strange car parked in the driveway. And I'm on the phone. Who in the F is in your house? What is going on? I'm just on a tirade.
Are you?
Yeah, I know. Shocker. So, don't ever talk to me again. I hope you rot in hell.
You're saying this to her?
Uh-huh.
Got it. Go ahead.
On voicemail. Because she's not answering her phone. Which furthers...
Furthers what?
It furthers your paranoia that, all right, there's a strange car in the driveway, and her phone's turned off, and she's not answering the phone. So I'm having one of those nights. It's like, I know someone's in there just pounding her. God.
Look at he's lighting up.
This is in color.
How did the evening end? With an accelerant?
I got a call the next morning. She goes, you dip ass. She goes, I had to take my car in. That was a rental car.
You don't know that. She had all night to come up with that story.
It turned out it was true. It was just... That was kind of where it died.
Well, that was one of the few times they were on the up and up.
Oh, she had screwed me around before. It wasn't.
But you never do the drive-bys. That accomplishes nothing because you don't know what's going on. Like I said, you miss too much. You got to sit there for several hours.
And feel pathetic longer and longer and longer. At least in the drive-by, you have a little bit of your manhood left. I'm just in the neighborhood cruising by. I'm not going to park and bring my teddy bear, my TV.
I keep my dignity intact as long as I keep the car and drive.
Right. If I'm in motion, I'm still a man.
D is for dignity.
P is for pussy.
Yeah. All right. And with Tiffany, I think I did the monitoring thing for 2 or 3 months.
Oh. Every night?
Not on the nights that she was with me.
Well, that's big. God. And you never could have done anything.
You go out on a date, you drop them off, and on the way home, it occurs to you, I bet she's meeting him right now.
Of course, it's a late date.
Because she knows there's no reason for me to come back. I'm coming back. And you go sit out there for a few hours.
Even after the night you've been with her.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just sleep over? I wondered why you dropped her off.
At that time, I think she was living with her parents.
Okay.
She had gotten out of college. She had to have a place to live.
I wasn't judging.
That's exactly what you were judging.
Maybe a little.
So, it's rough having a job and setting up all night trying to catch somebody. It's like having 2 jobs.
Can I ask you a question in history as far as...
Is it going to be painful for me? Because I've gone through a lot.
No, it's just... Help me understand. How old were you the first time you did this? I mean, did this start in high school?
The stalking?
Yeah.
Monitoring. It's the first time. Late 20s.
Okay.
I hadn't really come across a relationship that forced me into that until my late 20s.
But you're so far past that now. Maybe you wouldn't be there if you hadn't gone through that bad time.
You know what? I don't even know that because when I got past one of those relationships of the monitoring, surveillance, you get into one that's healthy, You're going, all right, I'm past that. But I wasn't being tested. You get tested again, and you go back to the same crap, because I did it. Those 3 chicks weren't in succession.
But you trust Amy now, no matter what. Just go home, let the
That's
dogs
because
out, and you can go anywhere.
I'm not being tested. If she tested me, then I probably would start monitoring her heavily.
And now we have GPS.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn.
And I'm sure if I went through a relationship, especially with somebody like Amber, David Henry's assistant, I would have to go back to
Spy Shop.
Yeah. Luckily now you have night vision.
Night vision, GPS, lipstick cams.
And if you think they're in the house, if you think they're in the house with somebody, all you got to do is get the heat thingies, the binoculars, where you can see thermal imaging.
Flare.
That way you could actually see if they're in there banging them.
You're looking through
all you'd see is a couple of red things smashing against each other.
It's like a big red blob.
And you're going to do what? Kick the door in, like you did that one time. Things thrown at you.
No.
What would you do?
The accelerant.
Burn somebody's house down.
Line 4. 3. Yes, Kyle. Kyle.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. I was going to tell you a story. I was in high school, and I was dating this girl, and we dated all through my senior year, and she moved off to college, and she was down there for about 6 months, and I'd travel back and forth every weekend on my gas money and everything. I wasn't making any money, hardly getting down there and back, barely on cash, and I go down there one weekend. She wasn't picking up my phone calls or anything, and none of her roommates would tell me where she was, so I just drove down there. I get down there, I look around the campus everywhere, I can't find her. I finally go to this little lake that they always hang out at, her friends. I go out there, and she's banging this dude in the truck right there in front of me. I walk up, and there they are.
And you did.
That was killer.
What'd you do?
I'll just say he didn't eat the same for about 6 or 7 months afterwards.
Did you go to jail?
No, I left quickly. And he didn't press charges. I guess he figured man's honor. If you're doing that and you get caught, I guess you get your beat down.
Well, y'all go back to the fact that how did he even know that she had a boyfriend? Maybe never blame the chick. It's always you blaming the guy. I always want to beat on the guy.
The chick's not banging herself.
The point is, he may not know there's any guy out there.
That's not the issue.
You can't technically hit the chick. You can hit him.
Yeah. That's what they call, in legalese, victim of circumstances.
See?
Crime of passion.
Okay. I never thought about beating up the guy. When I walked into my house and there was somebody in it with my now ex-wife, I'd never really considered him the victim. She was the one I was pissed at, not him. I didn't know him.
You've never thought about beating some guy's ass who you think is banging your chick?
Well, it was my soon-to-be ex-wife, so there was a lot
Making
less
a difference.
passion.
This guy was in your house, in your bed, banging your wife. That's a trifecta for an ass beating.
Mm-hmm. No, never occurred to me.
And you've got
one pissed off.
Hang on. When you walked in the house and caught him, did you actually walk in the bedroom? I forget.
I got halfway down the hall, and she came hauling down the hall, partially dressed, and went, can you go back later? I went, yeah, a lot later.
And it was your house?
Yeah, my house. We were going through a divorce. I ran an apartment. We were separating, going toward divorce anyway. So
it's still your house, and now you got to leave so your wife can get her clam banged.
I'm quite aware.
You didn't have a Louisville Slugger or something around?
Nothing. It caught me so much.
It didn't even occur to you to walk down the hall?
It caught me so by surprise. When I walked in that house, I think I've told this story, I heard voices. My very first thought wasn't, she's in there with somebody. My very first thought was, there's burglars in the house. Because I heard a guy's voice. I went, I've just walked into a burglary. Holy crap. That's how far away from she's cheating.
So when you actually found out it was somebody actually eating your wife's clam, you were relieved.
But no, I was already in the car and halfway down the block before I went, I could have killed them both and gotten away with that.
So you went back?
I didn't go back.
If you thought it was a burglary, why didn't you have a weapon in your hand to begin with?
I was
something.
bringing a box full of stuff for a garage sale. My hands were full. I wasn't thinking attack. I wasn't thinking burglar until I was in the house and heard voices.
Trey's right. I don't know how you put yourself. Doesn't mean you have to do anything, but it's got to flash on you. Somebody's getting their ass beat, and because she's a chick, I can't do it. I'm sorry, fella.
Sorry, I'm not going to give you time to put your pants on there in my waterbed.
And the fact that he's in your house banging her in your bed, he knows that she's married.
I'm not sure that. She quit wearing her ring months before. No, I'm not even sure what she had told him. I have no idea.
And how Gavin went through that whole scenario 2 or 3 different times with chicks. Let one of them come back after catching them, I can't think like that. I can't think at all right now.
Well, in Gavin's...
How long before we need a break?
No.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, in Gavin's situation, the relationship in his mind was still on.
He had just caught her in a parking lot making out with some guy.
And they were going to go on a trip 10 minutes later or whatever, an hour later. In his mind, that relationship was still on. He saw her. I don't know how you stop in that case and at least don't confront them. I confronted them. I mean, they knew I was there.
Gavin.
I'll be God.
Wow.
Did I catch that?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the matter, Gavin?
Oh, man. That ticks me off.
That we're talking about it?
No, what a fool I am for sitting there and doing nothing. I just sat there. Oh, she's making out with someone. I might as well take her to Massachusetts.
Can we break here? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
This segment is brought to you by Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie.
Contenders come and go, but there's only one afternoon champ. The Russ Martin Show on Live 105.3. Russ Martin Show.
Do I? Don't put the password clues away.
We've gone through this 2 or 3 times over the past couple of days.
And it's still fun. Everyone loves it.
I think it's fun because you like to play. I'm not sure it's enjoyable to listen to.
People have called in and said it's enjoyable to listen to.
It's fun in the car because they're screaming at the radio when closest things like car, he comes up with vulva.
Well, Dan threw out lips first, so I'm sure Trey just discerned, especially who the clue came from. You weigh all these things in, you get vulva.
And they can play in the car. They can have some fun with it. One more story before we leave the girlfriend thing. This guy just sent an email. My friend caught his girlfriend banging this guy at Lake Louisville. He drugged the guy out of the car, and to add insult to injury, the naked guy beat the crap out of him. Not that he only see this guy banging him, then he got kicked the crap out of him by a naked guy.
That's part of the risk you run.
Damn. Yeah. It flows on every level.
So if you're going to swing on that guy, you better make sure you can take him. Because when she goes to tell that story to all her friends.
Now that I got you down.
This just really ain't your day, is it?
Go back and play your day in your head and see if you really thought this is where it was going to end, with my sack on your chin. What I don't get, unless Gavin's making this story up, and we've covered this over the past 2 or 3 years since it happened, I don't understand in any way how you don't confront them when you find them in the parking lot making out.
That I don't understand.
Did anybody talk to Gavin during the break?
No.
I've talked to him about it before.
Well, I mean, this is the first time that he's been before that last break that he actually wigged out.
Yeah. No, I didn't talk to him, but I don't understand how you don't confront him. I do understand how you just get her and go, just get on the airplane. Just get on we're going on this trip, because you're going to be pissed off either way. She stays, she goes, you're twisted, you already put the money out. Okay, she doesn't go. Now you're on the plane the whole time. You're trying to have fun with your parents on the trip. You're worried about where the hell she is and who she's screwing. At least if she's within arm's reach, hey, you can still punch her. Yeah, I'm kidding. Verbally.
Wow. You and me, first we're going to get in this plane, then we're going up to the cockpit so you can visit the day.
Scoot over, Captain.
Yeah. Could she sit there just for a half minute? This won't take me. Thank you.
That's all right. I'll be sitting out 10 minutes later.
I saw this in Karate Kid. Watch this. Dash on? Dash on. You look like possibly you need a little treat before we leave. How about a San Francisco treat? A little dash on. Look at that. Get ready to take off on a clear day. You can see the dash. All of a sudden, your face reminds me of a CD player.
What is it?
Should be in the dash.
Oh, that's a 6-disc changer.
I was wrong.
Oh, it's on shuffle.
You look a little dizzy.
Yeah.
Oh, you dash like.
It's on repeat.
You know what, Club?
CD players on repeat. Oh, God.
Oh, there's a message that just came in for you. Huh? It looks like it's a dashagram.
We don't.
Am I done with this?
No.
No.
How about if we stop by IHOP on the way to the airport? We'll get some eggs, and you can have some dash browns.
No, we don't do this to women.
I believe... No, we don't.
No.
I believe that we're lost. Well. Luckily, there's a map. Ooh. There's always the standby.
Which is?
Well, it looks like we're in trouble. Luckily, I can send Morse codes. Now we'll sit here and wait for help.
Just so happens to be my favorite song, also on the CD.
Speaking of songs, what goes downstairs, the loner in pairs, everyone knows it. All right. I'm done with this.
All right.
Gavin, did you make any of that story up? The way it played out? You caught her in the parking lot making out with this guy.
Yes.
And you really take her on the trip to meet your parents.
Yes. Yeah. The only thing I could think of at the time is maybe I froze. You know, sometimes something happens. And
you didn't address any of this with her on the way to the airport or during the trip?
Oh, absolutely I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Might as well take it to Massachusetts.
And she was still with this guy. Why?
I think he pays her, gives her money.
And he was married.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to buy her dresses and everything.
And I know we've gone over this before, but you're sitting in the parking lot. You already think something's up because she was supposed to be at the house at a certain time to pack for the trip.
Yeah.
You drive to one of her popular hangouts.
Yeah.
You sit in the parking lot. You see him come out.
Yeah.
How do you watch that and not react?
I have no idea.
I mean, up until about 15 minutes ago, that was the first time I heard you get pissed about this. Every other time, you just said, that's the only way I knew how to deal with it.
I just drove off and waited for her at the house.
Yeah, it's just hitting me now. I should have at least confronted him.
And he knew about you, yes or no?
Oh, yeah. No, he knew about me. I had her call him after that and say, you know, that she can never see him again. A lot of good that did.
Mm-hmm. That continued when you guys got back?
I thought it stopped for a while, but apparently it didn't. And when I checked her phone and found a message from him.
And the message from him was?
He had said, good luck on your test tomorrow, sweetie, and everything. So obviously he knew that she had a big test, which she did. So.
And even then, you didn't think about going to find him. Again, we know it's against the law, and there's certainly no endorsement of this activity.
Not at all, ever. But
you think about it, you don't do it.
Yes.
And we'll leave it at that. So you never thought about going and getting him?
I think, you know, since he was in the legal field, I always wondered, like, even though I'm in the right, if I'd be in the wrong. Like, if I put pictures in his post office, in his mailbox or something like that, or if I confronted his wife.
Yeah, I keep forgetting the fact that he was married. That'd have been the first thing I'd do. All right, screw beating his ass. At least I don't go to jail for this. But I can go visit with his wife.
Sure. And
show him some pictures, some text, leave her some voicemails of things that I've heard.
If I'm going to be miserable over the next week or so, so are you. You're going to wonder every day which day it's coming.
But then you take the side of the argument, well, why make his wife pay for something that he did? She needs to know, and I need to tell her.
Yes.
At least in that instance, you'd have some type of solace that somebody was going through misery other than just you.
Yeah, I guess I know it was tough for me at that point, but I didn't want to, because they have kids, and I didn't want to ruin a family.
You don't even have to ruin it. Just make him think you're going to do it. That's even worse. It's coming. You don't know what day it's going to be or what time, but I'm dropping the dime on you to your wife.
Then you get some cash out of it.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Well, because I don't. No, that's not my style. I'm not going to blackmail.
Your style, it seemed like it was just to take it, not let anybody else suffer along with you. Now, I get what JD's talking about. You take her on the trip, you know where she is, and you tell yourself, I'll get over this relationship later. All I got to do is make it through a week. I know where she is. I don't have to worry about where she's gone or if they're together while I'm on the trip. I can keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
So I get that, but I don't even think you said that was the reason.
No, I was flat out I didn't know what to do. I was in a state of shock, and at the same time, I had to go catch a flight. And I just I didn't want to face, for some reason, I did not want to face my parents. Because my parents loved her. Mm. So I did not want to face my parents and just say, because I knew my little nephew was going to be there, and I just didn't want to explain the situation.
I don't know that I could have gone. If I was that wrapped up in this chick, and you just find her making out with some guy, I'd have just gone home and sat in a state of depression for a while.
No, then and
you don't take her to Boston. Maybe you take her to Bangladesh. But you don't reward her with a trip to Boston.
You're absolutely right. And if I had to do it over again today, I completely would have done it different.
And you'd have done?
I would have immediately pulled up beside them, and I would have confronted them both. I wouldn't have taken her on the trip. I would have told him that his wife's going to find out, and I just would have went on the trip myself.
Well, you still know who this guy is. We can still tell his wife.
Yeah, boy.
Because you said she went back to him, and it probably didn't end.
Oh, no doubt.
No, in fact, I saw them about 8 months ago at a restaurant.
Yeah. Let's go get him. You'll feel better. I'll feel a lot better. And I think that's why we go off on these tears when the relationship stuff comes up. Because retelling the story, you think, I'm going to come up with a part that I forgot about. That's going to provide me closure, and I can set this aside.
It doesn't.
And you never figure out that part of why you were acting like an absolute buffoon. You'd sit out there for hours, absolutely no reason. You already think she's cheating. Why is it you gotta see it?
Because you don't have anybody to go to at that moment, and you just want closure. You don't want to see it. I'd almost rather have her drive in the driveway and just lock lips with him. That way I can go, okay, that's what I needed to see. I'm finished. And you walk away.
You don't even do that.
You come back the next day.
You still play it back in your head. Obviously, she's having a hard time getting over me, and this is the only way that she can do it. Again, it proves how big of a part I was of her life. Because she's immediately gone into another relationship. Thank you. Why did it get quiet?
It got too real.
All right. You want to finish news?
Sure.
Okay. Hold on. What is it? Is it Wendell?
Yeah, Wendell.
All right.
Love the password game.
I can't do that for 4 hours. We can't come in every day. No. If we were going to do that, we just rebroadcast the game show network and be done with it.
No. Not every day. Just every once in a while. It's fun. It's a new thing. It'll wear off. Maybe not.
Let's drink tomorrow and do it at 6.
That's a good idea.
That's like a little brother coming in. Okay, here's what we're going to do.
The password is...
Okay, I'll play.
You know all the clues.
JD would. And it would probably go down that way if we got drunk. Well, that's an easy word. All he's got to do is say, knocking.
No. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's see what I got left. How long before we need a break, Chloe?
Hang on. 6 minutes.
Make any difference to me either way.
Let's do it. Yes.
Let's go for it.
All right. Trey, where'd you put that music again?
On your desktop, up high.
I see ambulance. Is it close to that?
Yeah. To the right.
Hold on.
This is the ambulance emergency line. Do you have an emergency? I need a man.
What are you laughing at, Chloe?
What was on the TV?
I missed what was on the TV.
There was a commercial for a certain type of seasoning.
Oh, no. Maybe your food's a little bland. How about some Mrs. Day? A bouquet of day. What a dash can. Dash cream. Choosy moms.
What do you choose?
Get it.
Possibly.
All right. And there's the music. All right. Who's going to play first?
We'll take our headphones off, Trey, and I will.
All right, Dan, it'll be you and Chloe.
All right.
The password is Shemale. Dan, you have control. 10 points. Pass or play?
Play.
All right.
I can't do that to him. Oh, well, Carlos.
Well, I can't say that word.
9 points, Chloe.
Chicks with dick.
Is that okay? Chloe, first of all, that's 3 words.
I don't think I may know.
7 points, JD. Or Dan. I say anything.
Things.
Transvestite.
No.
What, right?
That's close. Chloe, give it a shot, and no chicks with sticks this time.
Tranny.
Shemale.
Yes.
All right.
What they get, 7 points?
Yeah.
7 or 6, whatever.
Okay. All right, we'll go with an easy one. Headphones off. JD and Trey.
Mm-hmm.
The password is Bukkake.
Okay.
Chloe, why are you giggling?
Because Chuck's playing back there.
Oh. You took your headphones off?
Yeah, let's see if I can. Yeah, he was mad that he missed it earlier.
All right. Trey, 10 points. Pass or play?
I'll play.
All right.
Collar.
Bukkake.
Yes.
How is it every other time we play, he goes from good to whatever it is?
I don't know.
Okay. Headphones off.
All right, Chloe and Dan. The password is necrophiliac. Chloe, 10 points. Pass or play?
I'll pass.
Dan, 10 points.
Corpse.
Necrophilia.
Close enough.
Okay.
What's the score?
That was 10. 17 to 10. Chloe and Trey are leading.
All right. Go to 6:25?
Yeah.
Don't let it be 6:45 and you're still bitching because I'm trying to end this. Okay. Headphones off. JD and Trey. The password is Deep Throat.
Okay.
Who got the last one?
We did.
10 points, JD. Pass or play?
I'll play.
All right.
Lovelace.
Deep Throat.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice.
What's the score now?
2017 down, I lead.
2017.
2017.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Danny Flo. The password is premature ejaculation. 10 points, Dan. Pass or play?
Pass.
Flo?
Eric.
You got 2 ways to go.
Yeah.
Premature ejaculation.
27.
I don't know where they go. Limp weenie?
And what was it? You did those spots like 4 years ago? Really, how bad are things in your house where you'll take cash from somebody to get on the air and admit that you're a premature ejaculator and you got a flaccid penis?
When you finally get it up, you go fast. I don't know.
Well, luckily, because it's flaccid, I'm a premature ejaculator, never gets in her face.
But her shoes are a mess.
Do we need a break? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Guys, it's Izod Week at the men's store inside JCPenney. Right now, you'll find the lowest prices of the season on Izod sportswear for men. JCPenney.
Far and away, the most listened to afternoon show. The Russ Martin Show. On Live 105.3. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Gail?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
I have got Toyota of Plano. In Garland, there's still a wreck on southbound 635 at Centerville Ferguson. It's in the HOV and left lanes, and traffic's backed up all the way to Midway. And on westbound LBJ past Preston, the right lane is still blocked. Traffic's backed up to TI Boulevard. Southbound 35 in Fort Worth at Seminary, they cleared the wreck, but it's backed up all the way across the North Freeway, north of Loop 820 to Western Center. Westbound 20 before Trail Lake still have 2 lanes blocked and a backup to 35. Have a wreck in Arlington, eastbound 20 at Matlock. Heard it was a semi and 4 cars. Now I'm Gail Lightfoot on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Gail. Mid-60s for low, mid-70s tomorrow, but no rain for the next 4 or 5 days. We have 83 now at Live 105.3.
All right, Dan, let's try news again.
Okay.
The Transportation Security Administration is launching a program that, for the first time, aims to screen all cargo on passenger airplanes. The effort begins this summer in major cities and could lead to longer delivery times for packages shipped through the air. It seeks to close a hole that allows millions of packages to be carried under passenger cabins.
They're going to start this when?
This summer.
All right.
Thanks
for the heads up. Now I know the best time to ship things.
If we're going to do something terrible, now would be the time to do it. Why
Yes.
do this? Just do it. Don't tell us.
Or
We thought
say,
you've been doing it all along.
Say we're doing it now. What difference does it make?
And
whether you're really doing it or not.
And actually, you can take that and even extend it. It's like, we've been doing this program for a year now, and it works spectacularly.
Yeah, because you haven't had any tragedies, no disasters. Obviously,
clearly, I've always thought they were.
You would think that somebody sent something and they caught it.
I always thought they were. I really did. No.
They're not scanning. Read the story again. Make sure I got it.
Okay. The TSA is launching a program that for the first time aims to screen all cargo on passenger airplanes. It seeks to close a hole that
they don't
allows
X-ray baggage
randomly.
Yeah, it's random. This thing is one of those things. It's the first time to screen all cargo.
Yeah, JD's right. Or whoever said it. I thought they were always doing that.
At least I did too. I thought there was.
Why not? Take it on the conveyor. It's got to go through a conveyor anyway, and just scan it all. What do I care if something's on there that's going to be damaged by X-rays? You tell them ahead of time, this is going to be X-rayed.
Everything's going in X-ray if it's getting shipped. Yeah.
No, I think they only do about 10%. They've obviously increased it if they're going to go at 100%, but at one point it was very low.
But just like the cockpit doors and everything else, well, it's probably going to take us a couple of years to get all the cockpit doors secured. Dude, shut up!
Feel the need to tell everybody.
Why wouldn't somebody just take the TSA aside and go,
it's a great plan.
Everything to yourself. If it's something you can't do for a couple of years, either don't tell anybody or lie about it.
I don't know why this continues to be. Now, did they X-ray everything coming in, like, say, ports? Something comes from...
Oh, no.
What? Something comes in from China, we don't check it?
About 5% of cargo gets checked.
I'll be damned.
I was going to say, that's a worse percentage.
What about something coming in from... that would be a normal supplier of pot? No? Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Well, like
Colombia?
Yeah, say something's coming in from Colombia. Would you think they'd check everything?
The DEA might, but as far as customs and the ports, 5%.
So the odds are always with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
I didn't know that either.
I mean, as far as shipping in drugs or anything, obviously it's worth taking the chance of getting caught.
5%, yeah. It's probably easier to ship it in that way than it's rented to buy an airplane or a quick boat from China, Cuba.
And all this starts next summer?
No, this summer.
Oh,
at some point.
At some point, yeah.
If it's going to be that close, just say it's already happening. And the same thing, we went back to right after 9/11. Got to secure the cockpit doors. We release the information. Can't do it immediately. It's going to take a while.
I think they said 24 months to get them all done. They gave us 2 years.
I think they feel like they have to disclose everything now, because if they don't and they cover something up,
it's none of our business.
But CNN or NBC or all the news stations, they've got a lot of time to fill.
Then they need to all come to some type of agreement if it's going to damage national security. And the last thing that CNN released, I think it was them or whomever, I forget what the story was, but that really bordered on treason. Whatever information was released. And the network that it was from. I forgot.
I remember this.
It was CNN. It was an investigative piece, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
They need to all come to some type of agreement. Anything that has anything to do with national security, cockpit doors, I don't care if you can see through them. Shut up. I don't care if they're made out of screen doors. Shut up. Don't tell anybody anything. It's going to take 2 years to secure the planes. Shut up. I don't care what the TSA tells you. Don't listen to them.
I want to be the first one with the scoop, though. You're right. How do you do that? How do you make them all behave?
And what's the upside to tell me?
There's absolutely no upside. Because
you're not just telling me, you're telling the terrorists. We're not going to be able to have all these aircraft secured till a certain date.
And we haven't been scanning stuff as it's not scanning anything now.
Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, there's a lot of shit comes through. There ain't no time to look at it all.
Won't be anything in there.
Yeah.
People on
yeah, Dan's right. There ain't be anything in there. I ain't got time to look in there. I'm not picking it up. Let it go on the plane. Once it's out of here, it's out of my hands. I don't give a rat's ass.
Done my job.
Yeah. My job's just to... What is my job?
I'm so depressed.
I wonder if the TSA, they already know they have an image problem, and this is their way to polish it up some.
We're doing better. You probably already knew this. No, we didn't.
And you hear about, and again, we're as guilty as anybody else, but the information is already out there that certain things aren't secured and certain measures aren't going to take place for a few months. And I forgot where I was going because it's all moronic.
I'm hoping the terrorists will listen to CNN before they listen to us and our password games and everything else. We listen to the Russ Martin Show. We figure everything out.
We don't know how to attack America. We do know what bukkake is. What is the chicks with... What is that?
And even we got the Hillary joke.
Yeah. Give me the audio from this. Is it on the computer?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that was probably the stellar moment from Password yesterday. Trey, what folder is it in? Yours?
Yeah.
Let's see. Trey, there it is. I don't even think this needs a setup, does it?
No. We're playing Password.
The porn word is the C word. Got it?
Yes.
All right. Here you go.
Okay.
Chloe, you have control. 10 points. Pass or play?
I'll play.
All right. 10 points.
Hillary.
And I can tell by looking at Trey's face, he got it. Yeah. He looked over at me. As he was waiting for a wink of approval. Yeah, go ahead and say it. I'll hit the delay.
Drop it.
That's not so much fun.
I don't even think there was any question in his mind when Chloe said Hillary.
No, it's just how to phrase it.
Nah, you got it.
The porn word is the C word. Got it?
Yes.
All right. Here you go.
Okay.
Chloe, you have control. 10 points. Pass or play?
I'll play.
All right. 10 points.
Hillary.
I wish that could be the word every time. All right. What else you got, Dan?
Okay, this out of Tennessee. A proposal that some opponents said would allow the state to know what's going on in a person's bedroom is under consideration in a Tennessee Senate committee. The bill would ban any couple living together in an unmarried sexual relationship from adopting children. The bill's sponsor, Senator Paul Stanley, said single mothers and fathers could still adopt under his plan. Marissa Richmond of the Tennessee Equality Project said,
all right, so these rules are single mom, single dad can adopt, but a couple living in sin can't.
You've got it.
I always thought it had to be parents as far as adoption goes. They come in, they look at the parents, they look at the environment, and they decide based on that whether you get the kid or not.
Why would you rather give it to a single, let's say dad or whatever mom, as opposed to a couple?
Are you talking about even if they're not married?
Yeah, who cares if they're married or not? It's still a couple, two parents, mom and dad, what kids are supposed to more or less have.
I guess if you've gone through all the other scenarios and you can't find the perfect couple, mom, dad, married, then yeah, you'd probably go to the man and woman living in sin, shacking up.
That would be the step down, but not according to this. The first step would be the single mother, single dad, yes?
Yeah, and Marissa Richmond of the Tennessee Equality Project says it would be very expensive because there are a lot of good parents who would be disqualified from adoption and would place an extra burden on the state. It would take children that are currently in loving family relationships and put them back into state custody, and we think that's ridiculous.
That's just wrong.
Well, that's a veil. You're trying to outlaw gays from
having kids. Again, what is the difference?
To let a kid be raised in a gay atmosphere?
Yes, a loving relationship between two men or two women. Versus being their option
in an orphanage.
Yes. State care.
I really think at a certain point, regardless of the consideration that you got to work into this, a kid needs a mom and a dad. Biologically, as far as nature goes, that's what you're supposed to have. You ain't supposed to have two daddies.
I agree. You're supposed to. But as opposed to living in state custody.
Now, granted, if a kid's raised by two gay people, that doesn't mean they're going to turn out gay. In fact, they may have a better insight, and they're going to be less, they're not going to be as quick to judge people.
I totally agree.
But I still think you need a mom and a dad.
You do.
You need to go through that because there's certain things that you get from your mom and from your dad as you're growing up.
But if that's not available, why turn down a gay couple?
And it's not like even with a gay couple, a lot of times the dynamics, there is a kind of female aspect, male aspect in between two men, two women.
That's a stretch.
I mean, that's just...
Yeah, there's a top and a bottom, but that's not the point.
I mean...
Well, how's the kid supposed to know? Are they supposed to dress the parts?
No. And typically you're going to have one side of it that's more the homemaker, cook dinner, whatnot, and that's just, in some gay couples.
What if you got two chicks? Both of them are diesel tanks.
One's still probably going to be more of the homemaker.
I just told them, I'm just saying in the hierarchy, I'm sure they go, married mommy, daddy, perfect. Then now we go down the list. As you said before, you had a list of people that, is it gays are allowed to adopt?
Certain kids.
Gays can adopt.
Like a 3-nipple Asian. A club-footed midget. Things like that. Things that don't normally go that quickly, but all still deserve a home. You give them to the gays.
The end cap kids.
The what?
End cap kids.
Oh, end cap. Yeah.
Yes.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I'm out of them. Go ahead, Trey. Talk for a second. I'll think of another one.
Well, just, a lot of times, would you rather see a kid grow up in, let's say, a family that adopts them kind of dysfunctional, but they get through the process, or a loving home with two men, successful, kid's going to have a great education. He's going to have everything he needs.
Let me ask, first of all, what are you laughing at, Cliff?
I'm just thinking that would make an awesome reality show.
What?
It's like just all the scenarios that you're talking about, like the lesbians and the club-footed midget. And
I'm sorry, I screwed up. I talked to you. Go ahead, Trey. I was about to ask you a question. Do the parents, say it's two guys, do they show affection for each other in front of the kid? Because there's going to be some confusion that comes along with that.
I think if you explain it, and the kids, it's not like in this day and age, you're going to be void from seeing a male-female couple, whether it be TV.
That's a valid point, because it's not as concealed or closeted like it used to be 60s, 70s, maybe even the 80s.
Yeah.
Now there's really not a stigma that goes along with being gay, because in certain instances, they got more rights than I do.
They do. They got a lot of TV shows on to focus on them.
Were you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. Damn paper. We play password.
Maybe after the next break. We're almost there.
Promise.
Sit down.
All right. This is from Men's Health. 6 reasons why the married life beats the single life. Number 1, you'll make more money. A study from Virginia Commonwealth University found that guys who are married earn 22% more than single guys who have the same amount of experience. Number 2, you'll move up the corporate chain faster. According to a 2005 study, married men receive better performance evaluations on average than singles, which leads to quicker promotions.
I don't get, why relationships would further your career, life, whatever.
Because it's one of those, I think what their angle would be.
I'll tell you what my angle is. I don't have to go home and have to fight with somebody, because when I didn't live with anybody, I never had any fights.
So what is that? But corporately, they're talking about the way they look at you. If not you, because you're not.
Well, I think that's the whole story, because I read it. I even think it says on there that you'll live longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said this to Amy last weekend when we were having the argument when she came home and didn't let the dogs out first. Right. When I lived by myself, I never came home and argued for 45 minutes. Ever! I would rather be alone than have to deal with this on a bi-weekly basis, or however often this comes up. Not once did I ever come home when the place was empty and run around and have a fit.
I only laugh because I've said those exact same words.
You say those words because...
It's all because of you. I've never come into this house and screamed at myself, ever!
I don't run to the bathroom and look for something reflective to start screaming at. The only reason we're having this argument is because you are here. Think of it as a great big map. It's a map of arguments. You are here. Right here. And not once did I ever come home and scream for some stupid reason.
You really haven't lived in your house without her.
No, she's been there the entire time, and that's another reason I can't enjoy it.
Oh, you wouldn't know what to do without her.
I would think of a lot of things to do without her, and screwing Amber's one of them.
Oh, please.
Please what?
No, you've been faithful the whole time.
That's been because I've had a busy schedule. I got a lot of... what?
You've been
I wanted to go out with Amber for drinks this past weekend. I didn't have time. And now that I signed the lease with the... why are you laughing?
Because you're been faithful. You're getting married. And this is just eating you up that you can't cheat.
You're a dick.
Stop it. Put the mic back.
Why is that funny?
You're chowing everywhere.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Chloe picked that up.
Reminds me of the time I got pissed off and threw the remote control against the wall. Halfway to the wall, I go, damn it! It wasn't even out of my hand. You stupid ass!
Why'd you throw it at the wall?
Because I was pissed off. I didn't want to hit her with it.
Hold on a second. Is that a new can of chaw I just busted?
Oh, it's stuff. It's not pouches. It's that crap that...
It's got what?
Loose cut stuff.
Oh, good. I don't use that. No. Yeah, just vacuum that up during the break. Why'd you throw it at the wall?
I was pissed off at my ex-wife, and I just...
Were you mad at the... What's it?
You knocked the phone off.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me.
It's not my fault you can't cheat.
I can cheat.
No, you haven't so far.
I haven't
You've
because
been
I
faithful and you're getting married.
I haven't. You better quit it. I haven't had the time.
Yeah, you have. You've had the time and opportunity, but you haven't cheated.
I think what Trey's trying to say is, you're in love. Something along those lines.
Oh.
Then you get married.
All right. I know this is obvious.
Sure.
But it's going to have to happen anyway.
Right.
Go back over here.
Spilled my water.
Anybody else?
I don't know.
You could have made time for Amber over the weekend.
No, I couldn't. As much as I wanted to go, and it really pissed me off because I knew Friday, as soon as I got off the air, stop laughing.
It's eating at you like a cancer.
About to eat you.
I knew Friday, as soon as I heard from Daryl, all right, we got to go take a look at the shop tomorrow. They want to get a lease signed pretty quick. I knew my weekend was going to be full, and I wasn't going to have time to go have drinks with Amber. You better stop giggling.
So you called her?
No. She didn't say, Amber didn't say drinks this past weekend anyway. So I knew it wasn't just it had to be over the next 2 or 3 days. But now I find out she's going on a cruise tomorrow.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, Bahamas.
I think I got Memorial Day. How do you know about the Bahamas? Just leave the phone off the hook. It ain't going to stay there.
No.
She told me about it.
Why? I don't care. Take her. I don't have time. I don't have time to screw anybody.
You can't.
And now why not?
You're getting married. And you are getting married, and you know it. And you're not going to cheat on Amy. You have been faithful.
Dan, what are you nodding at?
This just reminds me of the conversation you had with JD last week.
About what?
Saying if he really wanted to own his own plane, then he would. He would take steps to do it. If you really wanted to go out with Amber, then you would have. You would have found a way to do it.
I can't rearrange things that I have to do. I have responsibilities. I've got the band. I've got the foundation. And now I got the shop. I got this show. I got a house. I got things that don't do themselves, themselves. JD, jump him. I'm tired.
Okay, bring it. Hey, I think you do it.
But you could have picked up the phone, called her, and said, "Hey, slam this weekend. Let's try to do it next week."
Well, if I couldn't do it this past weekend, there's no reason to call. And she didn't say in that voicemail she left this weekend for drinks. So I knew theoretically the door was still open.
But you want to keep the hot iron in the poker if you really were going to do something.
I don't have time to poker. I got. And now
you've got
a shop. I'm going to set that aside. I don't even have time to spend with my fiance. Now this Saturday is going to be full because I got to go out to the shop and help Daryl clean all day. I got band practice this weekend. Sunday is just going to be the drink.
You don't have to go out there and help Daryl.
Yeah, otherwise I got to pay somebody to do it. Okay. I got to go out there. I got to find a painter, or I got to paint it myself. Got to get another electrician. What else do we need? Do you know, Chuck?
No, just a painter.
Again, what Dan said is right. If you it's not like you're cash strapped. You are a millionaire. You could pay someone the couple $100 it would take to go do those things. Well,
if I could do it, and again, I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it's going to take a lot of cash to open this shop. And if I can save anything, I'm certainly not too good to go out there and do it myself. You're going to say something else. And go ahead, do it now, because I'm winded. Go ahead.
That's just excuses. You don't want to cheat. You know you can't cheat. You know you're about to be married.
What keeps me from cheating?
the fact that you love Amy and you're engaged to her.
No.
You've been faithful for 3.5 years.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know that? Well, I fell asleep on Amy a couple of nights ago, drunk. I don't know who else I did that with.
Good point.
How long before we need a break? 2 minutes. All right. Anything else to throw out?
No, just it's got to be eating at you.
If I had nothing else to do, then I would have time to stop and think and reflect and let it eat at me. I got no time. Today, I didn't even get a chance to watch the news. I read part of the paper because I had to deal with trying to find an insurance company, figure out what color to paint the lobby of the shop, find somebody to do that, find somebody to put the signs up. Have I mentioned everything I needed?
Pretty close.
Donuts.
God, donuts.
I'll buy you a Fry Daddy.
All right.
I feel like I'm driving a 100,000-watt Buick full of kids.
Pretty much.
I got Dan. We're going to play passwords.
Are we?
And then Chuck, you better shut up. I know it's a stupid line. I'll say it anyway. I'll pull the station over. Let's just break here. I'm back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Contenders come and go. But there's only one afternoon champ. The Russ Martin Show. On Live 105.3. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, anything else before we go?
Email about your appreciation dinner. Russ, I want to go to the appreciation dinner on the 19th.
Are they a cop?
Sort of.
Do they drive a police car? They have a badge?
They have a badge.
They have a gun?
They have a gun.
Do they drive a squad car?
No.
They ride a big truck with the Dalmatians and the hoses?
They do not.
Then they can't go to the dinner.
Security guard in the mall. Carries a gun, has a badge, has an official-looking golf cart, excuse me. I keep people safe. I even have a badge. So why wouldn't somebody else in my position be allowed to sign up for the appreciation dinner?
Because you can't. And I'm tired of going over this.
Okay.
And it's the same thing with the police fire parade. We work with police and fire. We do these things. Trey's getting emailed from dispatchers for police and fire. Why aren't we included? First of all, you're not.
That's the end of it.
When you leave the house every day, you're not really concerned whether you're going to get shot at or you're going to have a roof collapse when you're fighting a fire. That's not a concern. I'm not going to short sheet you on your job. If you don't answer the phone, they're not going to come to the house, but this is for them. And you look even more pathetic when you're asking, how come I can't be appreciated? Because I don't. And you won't be invited. Thank you.
Well said.
Are you still getting those, Trey?
Oh, yeah. So I've gotten security guards, dispatchers. The latest was a guy who works on an armored car. He's like, I got a badge and a gun. Well,
and a big truck.
And the private ambulance companies.
Do you respond to them? Because obviously you stopped sending them to me.
No, anymore I don't. I mean, if you want me to, I will.
Well, if you have to explain it to them, they're never going to be satisfied with an answer, so just let them eat static. They got no time to deal with it.
No, you really don't. And you've made it very clear many times.
And I got no time to mess with it.
Okay.
You have to go out of your way to explain things. So you would hope these emails wouldn't come in. Well, how come you're not having the big appreciation dinner for recovery vehicles? One day I'll have one where I'll feed all the tow truck drivers, but today's not the day. This is police and fire. That's all I really focus on.
Gotcha.
Unless you're a homeless animal or police and fire, I don't give a rat's ass about you.
Those are your charities. Everybody has what they do. And that's it.
Why
it's never enough, like you said.
Right. We've had people ask, you're handing out checks for this. Why don't you do it for this? Because that's not the way the foundation is set up. Why don't you call and ask the American Cancer Society for cash because you got AIDS, turf toe. Just something totally non-related.
You got cash.
You're handing money out. It's the same thing. You're helping somebody. Well, I'm not helping you. Hold on. Yes, Paul.
How about U.S. Marshals?
You have a badge?
I can't hear you.
Badge? You got a badge?
Yeah, I got a badge. Got a gun.
Are you
known to kick in doors every now and then, take various offenders to jail?
Yes. If you're a peace officer, yeah.
Yep. We're considered peace officers in the state of Texas.
Did you go through training?
Oh, yeah.
Or you just practice on ex-girlfriends?
Kick in the door, I'll tell you.
Yeah, if you're T-Close certified, you're a peace officer, yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Things like that aren't a gray area.
Very good. All right, now we know. But I bet we don't.
Ready to go, Dan?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention two quick things. CBS is saying that Katie Couric is not leaving the CBS Evening News.
Well, sure. There's no reason to show a profit this year.
They're standing by her going, you know what? She's on the news, by golly.
Well, then it's time to reorganize CBS and make it a 501c3, a 3C.
Not profit.
Yeah.
Clearly, they've done that. But
because they're already talking about cutbacks on the CBS Evening News, the entire news department, and they're still paying her $15 million a year. And her ratings haven't even gotten close to, I think it was Bob Schieffer?
Yes.
Who was the interim between Dan Rather and her.
Right.
Why not just get Bob Schieffer back?
I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't keep him. B, at this point, move her to your morning show. That's where she fits in to peppy.
You're right. I never thought about that. That makes the most sense. You have the CBS morning. What do they call it?
I think just the early show. I think.
Yeah. They've always been getting their asses beat in the mornings. Yeah, stick her on there. You had somebody that was part of a successful show on today. Stick it on CBS. You got a better shot.
I'll tell you why. Because corporately, somebody made that decision, and they don't want to say they were a fool. I made a mistake. No.
All I got to do is walk in with the Nielsen's every day, shove it in your face, and ask you to explain it.
We're developing her talent.
Either you look like a fool through the rest of her contract, or you cut her loose now, and you stop the pain.
David Lee Roth.
That was a plan.
No, it wasn't.
It had to be.
It was not.
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
You don't take David Lee Roth and replace him, stick him after Howard Stern unless there's a reason. And the reason was you stick something horrendous in after Howard. You leave it on there for 5 or 6 months, which is what I believe they did.
It was.
Then you bring in what you really hoped your morning show was going to be, the replacement for Stern. Then they're no longer compared to Stern because they didn't follow him.
Right.
They followed David Lee Roth. Anything after that is going to be a godsend. That was their plan.
It's not.
It had to be.
No.
My CBS stock is nowhere near what it should be.
Light your chimney with it. Do something productive.
Somebody thought this. Edit. It's the only thing that makes sense in this equation. Doesn't it?
No. Sorry.
It made sense sticking David Lee Roth in there?
If the way you explained it, yes, they weren't that smart. They didn't think that through. They gave him a bunch of cash. They lost millions in ratings. It wasn't a plan. It was their goal.
You were going to
make him the morning show.
It didn't matter who you were going to stick in after Howard Stern. They were going to be a ratings failure, and you knew you were going to lose money. Stick a buffer in there. Take the morning show that you had the hopes for, and they've got a better shot at making it if you stick David Lee Roth in there first to cleanse the palate of talent.
But Corolla survived.
I don't even know what the ratings are in California.
It wasn't. I mean, this was.
But also, the reason they picked Corolla and David Lee Roth and a few other people to replace Stern in different regions of the country was maybe one of them's going to have a shot. But with David Lee Roth, that was just absolutely cleanse the palate of any entertainment value. Then bring in the next morning show. Now you have a shot because nobody's going to hate the new morning show.
Makes sense.
Because they replaced Stern.
Absolutely makes sense. Not what they did, though.
That's exactly what it was.
No,
I refuse to admit that I work for a company that's stupid.
They put on their...
Would you like to see our stock price?
Gavin, I know I've asked you this before. But what do you think they really did?
I think they thought that he was the answer. And I think a person was enamored by him and heard him for a couple of days or a week and said, this is the answer. And,
I'll give him this. There are certain shows you have to listen to or watch, television-wise, for a while. You learn the characters, and then you get hooked.
Sure.
This show is probably one of them.
Possible.
David Lee Roth, I don't care how long you've listened to it or got a vibe for it,
right?
It was always going to fuck. And they knew that, and that's why they stuck him in.
Nope. It was their corporate plan all along to make him the hero, make him number one.
No, JD's right.
Sorry.
That's impossible.
There are only so many Russ Martins out there.
Mine was a fluke.
No, it was not.
If it wasn't a fluke, then you'd have stations all over the country when they replaced Stern, because there were people dropping Stern before Clear Channel dropped him, before the whole CBS fiasco. If it wasn't a fluke, then there'd be no problem replacing Stern, and you'd garner the ratings again. How I did it 10 years ago, I don't know. I take no credit for it. Why are you throwing crap at me?
Have you listened to morning radio?
No. I'm sorry, you asked me the question again.
Have you listened to morning radio?
No, I'm masturbating.
You need to start flipping it on.
I know you've told me this over and over again. But there are days that we have that are just dry, and I can't do anything about it. Sometimes content presents itself. Sometimes you have genius to here's what password. Some days you got nothing.
I'll take the worst show you think we've ever had, and I'll get you clips from 4 other morning shows, and then you will walk away going, that show is actually pretty good.
Which show?
This show.
All right, I tell you what. Go ahead and pull me clips. I'll listen to them, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. You ready to go, Dan?
Sure.
Okay. Chuck, you got something?
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, Daniel.
All right. For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com.
How can an entire corporation sit in a conference room, listen to tapes of David Lee Roth, which they have, and say, this is where we need to go? That we're going to, the new mantra will be free FM.
Huh?
That'll be the slam on Sirius Radio XM.
Uh-huh.
It's free. You don't have to pay anything for it.
That's correct.
You can't sit in a room, listen to tapes of David Lee Roth, and decide that's the wave of the future.
Nothing but yeah.
I'd rather drown.
It's happened.
It's the same company that said, all right, the face of our news department.
All right, stop for a second. At least Katie Couric had ratings on NBC.
For a morning show. This is the same chick that
Granted, but you still have a following, and the CBS Evening News didn't really have a following, so you're going to skew to a different demographic, and you got a chance at dragging some people from NBC. That makes sense. Putting David Lee Roth on for no reason doesn't make any sense. Now, everybody just zip. Go ahead, Chuck.
To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To instant email the show, and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com.
My stock with CBS 5 years ago was at $35, and after David Lee Roth, it dropped to like $23. There had to be a plan for this.
There was a plan to lose millions of dollars and make the stock crap?
They knew that they were going to lose money regardless.
No.
It didn't matter who you stuck in after Howard Stern. They were going to lose money.
No.
That was just a given.
They just had a big meeting and they said, you know what?
Shut up!
Look at all the money they spent promoting that show.
That was just part of the cover. Go ahead, Chuck.
DanAndTassos.com, DJClo.com, TreyTrenholm.com, and for Chuck on the keyboards, ChuckWheat.com. The official caterer of the show is Sugar Babies Barbecue. Their website, SugarBabiesBBQ.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, MajesticLiquors.com. The official provider of giant inflatables for the show is Infinity Air Promotions. Their website, InfinityAirPromotions.com, and the official site. Oh, I almost forgot.
Official repair shop.
Yes, the new official repair shop of the Russ Martin Show is the one and only Russ Martin Automotive, located on Coit and Georgia.
Just give the website.
RussMartinAutomotive.com.
Thank you. All right.
And the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info. On Saturday evening, April 19th, the Russ Martin Show Band presents a special Police and Fire Appreciation Dinner and Performance. The event is free and space is limited. If you are a police officer or firefighter and would like to attend, go to russmartin.com for details.
All that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
All right, Dan, what else you got?
Let it play.
What?
Let this play.
All the way to where I fall down, please? That's another minute.
All right, whatever.
I'll watch the timer. When it gets to that, I'll bring it back up.
All right.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. According to a study released yesterday, incomes for the richest fifth of Americans have increased by more than 9% since the late 90s, while incomes for the poorest fifth of Americans have actually declined by 2.5%.
Good. I hate poor people.
As for the middle class...
One.
Huh?
You grew up a poor person.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, I was able to walk it off.
As for the middle class...
Maybe they should try that.
Incomes are...
Hold on, Dan.
Middle-class incomes have pretty much stayed the same, increasing by only about 1% over the same time period. And the richest 5% of Americans earn more than $217,000 per year on average. That's 12 times what the poorest people are making.
I wonder if a big portion of that is, again, the social services, because really once you get to that level that you depend on the government, you're not going to get yearly raises. I mean, you'll get, I'm sure they adjust the cost of living to whatever you're paid or food stamp or whatever. But really, your lifestyle, your income's never really going to change.
Maybe that is. So the rich people just seem like they're distancing. They're just keeping up with the inflation and getting raises.
Well, you're actually out there dealing in a competitive atmosphere. Right. There's no competition as far as having somebody hand you
probably doesn't
cash, food, regardless.
I doubt seriously it goes up 2 to 5% a year, which is the average raise.
So as a result, do what, John?
Not for you, of course. The average raise is 2%. A lot of people are happy to get 2 and 3%. You know that, right? In corporate America? Seriously.
Yeah.
2 and 3% is, you've done really well this year.
Well, 2 or 3% when you're making millions of dollars is a lot of cash.
No,
if you're only making $30,000 a year and you get 3%, that's not even worth messing with, especially after they take all the deductions out of it. You don't even notice it.
There's a lot of executives that make 30, 40, 50,000, 60,000 a year. They get 3% if they're lucky. Not you, though.
Well, it's very sad.
Sorry to bring you down. My bad.
Yep. So as a result, my point was, if you're really penalizing the lower income people by giving them all this cash, take it away. Give them an incentive to go out and do something.
You're never going to do that. They're never going to do that. They're not going to take anything.
That's the best thing. It's like with your kid at a certain point, you stop supporting them, so they'll go out and they become self-sufficient. You can't be self-sufficient if I hand you food stamps, housing, whatever, nonstop.
You're right.
There's no reason for you to better yourself.
If that's a normal person or a normal kid, okay? Then I'd take someone who's retarded and you'd say, oh, you know what? Go
How retarded? Just so I know what we're talking about.
They can't really hold a job. You know, they're doing their best every day to get up and brush their teeth and wash and maybe make themselves a sandwich throughout the day. Pretty retarded.
I don't mind them having cash. You have a reason to be supported by the government. Everything that's going on with you and everything that's happened in your life is of no consequence by choices you made. I got that. Okay. I want you to have the money. Okay. In fact, you see retarded people that go, you've got retarded people that will go out and get jobs at Kroger or whatever and be absolutely ecstatic because they've accomplished something. Retarded people. People who are what's the word before you say retarded?
Mentally challenged?
No, they're abjectly retarded.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Are ecstatic because they've gone out and they've accomplished something. Right. You've got people with absolutely no maladies, no handicaps that are content sitting around and just taking cash from the government. And if somebody that's mentally retarded can go out and feel a sense of accomplishment, and I'm not trying to be cute, that they'll go out and they'll bag your groceries and take them to the car. Granted, the spit's an issue, but the fact that they'll actually do that and get something out of it, I would I'd look at them and say, if they could do that, why don't I do something?
Well, there are people who do. Here's the problem, is that guy bagging groceries, there are people out there...
Profoundly retarded, that's where
Profoundly retarded. But there are people who are normal, but they have no skills. They have no talent. They have no skills.
What does a retarded person have?
But here's the problem.
Short of being funny to watch, really, they have nothing to offer, and they'll go out and they'll find something to do, and they are happy to do it regardless of the pay.
But chances are that retarded person has someone taking care of them, and what they're doing is just out of accomplishment, and they're going to get a little bit extra cash, but they don't need it. What about the guy who has no skills? Let's say he just has to mop the floor at $9 an hour. His wages haven't gone up in about 8 years. Inflation has. So right now, he's making $20,000 a year. He's working, but he can't.
That's too much information for me to process. Shorten it up.
Someone who works doesn't make much money.
He's making the same amount of money. Cost of living has gone up, but his wages haven't.
Okay. At a certain point, you have to stop and ask, is this really where I expect my life to end? Nothing's going to change. There'll be no progression. There'll be no hope of buying something that my family can't have. Nothing. All right, even take that out of the equation. Just the fact that you went out and you got something accomplished. I'm not talking about people that are working. The people who just sit. And that's going to be your entire life. Is that really the way that you want it to end? They don't. If you've got mentally retarded people that want to go out and have some sense of accomplishment, why is it anybody would sit around that can get a job won't?
Because they think they've got it, won the lottery. In fact, they don't have to work, and their food and housing's paid for.
Then you cut it off. And in the long run, it's going to be in their best interest. Because they're going to be forced to go find something that's going to be better. And they're going to be productive, and you're no longer a drain on society. Poor bastard.
This country will never do that. And a lot of people will say, okay, we do that. There's a guy who sits around and we give him however many hundred a month. I quit giving him that money. He's going to go and steal.
You don't know that.
Well, you don't know that he's going to get a job either.
You don't know that he's not stealing already as supplemental income.
Got all day. Might as well break into the neighbor's house.
Yeah. The great thing is I don't have to declare it. Because I checked 3 or 4 times. There's nowhere on the IRS form.
How much did you steal this year?
Were you going to say something, Dan?
No, you guys got it covered.
Does his mic sound weird now since I knocked it around a minute ago?
Dan, say something.
Hello.
Is this a hot low?
A little bit. Let me turn it off. Slap it again.
How about now?
Yeah, I think JD screwed it up.
Way to go.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Dan.
At least you know how to fix it. Cell phone users will get text message alerts of emergencies under a new nationwide alert system.
Sounds like he's on the phone.
Yeah. You phoning this one in?
Slap it really hard, Dan. Check the plug on the back side of it. All right, try it now.
Check 1, 2.
That's fixed.
It's better.
All right.
It did feel a little loose on the plug. Okay, so cell phone users will get text message alerts of emergencies under a new nationwide alert system approved late Wednesday by the FCC. Under the plan, the FCC will appoint a federal agency to create the messages and pass them on to cell phone companies that choose to participate. Cell phone companies that voluntarily opt into the system would send text-based alert messages to subscribers in response to 3 types of events. A disaster that could jeopardize the health and safety of Americans, such as a terrorist attack, imminent or ongoing threats such as hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes, or Amber Alerts. A 31-year-old youth minister arrested Tuesday is the 5th person in 5 months taken into custody for indecent behavior with a student at the Louisiana School for the Deaf. 4 people were arrested earlier.
Oh, pump his ass now.
4 people were arrested earlier for an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old girl. The investigation in the latest case, which involves a 14-year-old girl, began in October when she confessed to her school counselor she was involved in a relationship with one Joey Eugene Thomas. Detectives subpoenaed Thomas's cell phone and email records, discovering he had sent the girl many sexually explicit messages, and investigators don't believe the pair ever actually had sex.
You don't get probation. You don't get any special treatment, even if it's your first offense.
Because she was deaf, just specifically?
I don't know how you put yourself in a position where you sexually molest children, but now you're taking children that are handicapped.
Well, it's easier. I mean, these are predators. They're going to go after the easiest of the easiest. They're going to go after retarded.
Well, okay. My point is, you don't get probation. You don't get some type of suspended. You don't get anything. Either you're dead or they lock them up for a good portion of their life.
I bet they let
because they're not you can't rehabilitate them.
Yeah,
How old is this girl? 14.
You know, some of them. I mean, because she can't talk. Say you say anything, you tell anyone, sign whatever, I'll kill your family. I mean that's
a level of fear there if you can't communicate it like everybody else. Yeah.
Well, even if you can communicate, Trey's right. You still take that aspect. You tell anybody about this, and here's what's going to happen. If you want that, go ahead.
God, you're right.
And that child gets to live with that either until somebody finds out or never. And then a lot of the children, they turn out to be sexual predators. Just I don't know how that happens, but the studies show that.
So make that as a law. If the person is
there's a mandatory sentence.
Yeah.
Mandatory. And even take children out of the equation. If it's rape and it's something that you know it's more than a he said, she said, you get a mandatory sentence. And it's not something that just needs to be 2 or 3 years. I don't care. I'll pay for the extra prison room that it's going to take to lock them up.
Oh, yes, you will. No question. But you're right. If there's any kind of handicap involved, that's ridiculous. That's horrible. Beyond anything. What would you say mandatory? Life?
I'm fine with that. No jury's really going to give them that.
No.
But that child's going to be traumatized for life. Well, why don't you equate the two? How long is a child going to have mental problems because of this?
That's a very good point.
If it's going to be forever, then you get to stay locked up forever.
Because you can't be rehabilitated. What's the point of ever putting any of them back on the street? We've talked about this a million times, but there's no solution to it. They still let them out.
Oh, but they're registered as sex offenders.
Oh, well, yes, and we know how well they follow the law.
And they've been banned from the internet. You can't go to websites like MySpace, Facebook, whatever. You can't go to those because I'm a sexual predator. How very sad for me, I can't set up a web-based email account and go sign up on these websites anyway. And now, because I'm free, I've got the entire world to go out and look for children.
The only place safe in this whole world for you is Murphy, Texas.
Yeah. How we doing, Chloe?
Strawberry for lights.
All right.
Password.
I'm tired of fighting with you. Yeah. Chuck, you want to play instead of Chloe?
Yeah.
Oh, he just jumped up.
I'm playing. Knocked him out of the way, grabbed his headphones.
I wasn't looking.
He shoved Chloe out of the way. He's like, give me your headphones.
Get out of the way.
All right, hang on. And you don't feel like we beat this today?
Oh, no. People love it. We get emails every time we do this and phone calls.
All right. All right. Trey, you and JD take your headphones off.
All right.
The password is blue balls. All right, Chuck, I'll let you start. 10 points. Pass or play? Pass. Dan, 10 points.
Rejected.
Depression. 9 points, Chuck.
That's back.
Horny.
Gavin?
I'm going to give him a point for that.
8 points, Dan.
Testes.
Will be blue balls.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
What was that? 7?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Okay. JD and Trey.
Mm-hmm.
The password is blacksonblondes.com.
Oh.
JD, 10 points.
Oh.
Pass or play?
I'll pass.
Trey, 10 points.
Interracial.
Black on white.
9 points, Dan. Or JD.
Internet.
Dog fart?
7.
Chuck, 8 points.
8.
All right, Dan, Trey.
Web.
You had a better shot at close this.
Yeah.
Don't know. 7 points. JD.
Internet.
Blacks on Blondes?
Yes.
I give it to him. Okay. .com.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. What'd you get for that one?
That was 7.
All right. Headphones off.
Okay.
The password is cornhole. Dan, 10 points. Pass or play?
Pass.
Chuck, 10 points.
A-hole.
Sorry, I used a form of the word.
Okay.
Well, what'd you do?
Dan, 9 points.
Vegetable.
Baby corn.
8 points, Chuck.
Butt.
Cornhole?
Damn.
Sorry.
Thank boys.
All right. JD and Trey. We all right, Chloe?
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. The password is suck-a-bump. Who got it? Trey, 10 points. Pass or play?
I'm going to pass.
JD, 10 points.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. I hope this will come back. Toy.
Fart hammer.
Trey, 9 points.
Mechanical.
Dildo.
8 points.
JD.
Vibrator?
7 points. Chuck.
Masturbation.
What's the thing called?
Can I have Chloe back?
No.
Suction.
Chuck just lost in the Special Olympics.
Suck a pump.
That was a formal word.
Oh, hell. Yeah, it was.
6 points.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
6 points, Trey.
JD.
Damn it.
Suck a pump.
Yes.
Sorry.
What's the score?
14-15. We lead.
All right. And this will be the tiebreaker.
All righty. Sorry, Dan.
And we'll end the suspension.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What do I want here? All right. The password is facial. Who's got control? Chuck? 10 points. Pass or play?
Oh, we'll play.
Go ahead.
Splash.
Facial?
He's got to be hearing me.
Are you cheating?
No.
Yeah.
How do you get splash out of facial out of splash?
Between toilet maybe, but not facial.
That's porn words. I think of JD doing the fiesta.
That was going to be my clue.
JD used to do that when we had sex. Our old back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
With over 500 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, Reliable Chevrolet is committed.
The number one afternoon show is found right here. The Russ Martin Show. On Live 105.3.
Today,